What is up, hooligans? Happy freedom. Welcome to another episode of Coffee with Hooligans, where we try to make the news suck a little less. I appreciate all of you guys being here. If you're over on Rumble, please hit that like button. More likes equals more hooligans. So, 4 p.m. Eastern Time, Ohio Harris is supposed to be delivering some remarks on the election results. This better be this hoe bag conceding. That's what this better be, because I don't usually put her on the schedule. But 4 p.m. Eastern Time, which is in 2 hours and 15 minutes, 2 hours and 15 minutes, we'll be watching her slither out on stage. We'll be starting off with a video titled Normies. Well, it's actually not a video, it's a post. Normies realizing that the steal was real. People are starting to say, well, if last night was historical turnout for voters and all of that, votes in general, then how come there's 20 million more votes involved in 2020's election? Weird. Keeping an eye on the Democrats. There is so much lefties crying in today's schedule. We'll be starting off with Democrat crying her ass off. It's titled, Never Seen Anything Like This. Perino, I think their name is, host on Trump defeating Hyena Harris. They're blaming Walz in this video. They're saying, well, it's Tim Walz's fault that Hyena Harris didn't win. Then we got a video titled, Sarah McBride becomes first shape-shifting lawmaker to be elected to Congress. Gross. This dude is... I don't know who voted for this dude, but this dude in a dress, he's now going to Congress. Did not expect that. Then we got a video titled, Tesla shares soar 12% toward record in pre-market trading as Trump wins the election. I haven't checked the stock yet, but I keep hearing that it's doing really well right now. Then we got a video titled, Workers Vote to End Boeing Strike. This is a follow-up video for what's going on with Boeing. It's kind of weird because it sounds like they didn't at all get the deal that they were hoping for, but they still went for it. So I'm wondering if somebody threatened their lives or exactly what happened there, because that sounds a little unusual. Then we got a video titled, Amendments to Protect Killing Babies has passed in 7 of 10 states. I didn't realize that was a thing that was on the ballot, but it was. I figured that we were just talking about who we were voting for. Nope. 7 states now will give you access to killing babies. Then we got a video titled, OpenAI launches ChatGPT search. I think they're calling it Search GPT. They're going to start using AI instead of search browsers. So instead of Googling something, you'll just ask the AI to Google it for you. And I wonder what that's going to look like when you realize how biased these AI platforms are. So we added that on the schedule. And then we have a list here of Dems crying their eyes out. First one's titled Sunny Hostin, I think their name is. Kamala ran a flawless campaign, this individual says in denial. Then there's a video titled Dems having a hard time coping right now. This individual they're crying in the car. Okay, they're going to cry in the car. Then there's a video titled Joy Bear on Trump's win. I don't know what this word is. I disagree with the decision that Americans made. It sounds like denialism to me. Then we got a video titled The View is Melting Down. There's so many of these clips. And then we'll be wrapping things up with MSNBC is having a total meltdown. All of that is just a plethora of Democrats crying their little eyes out. Then we got 2 funny videos of the day. The first one's titled Take That Border Crosser. We actually had that on yesterday's schedule, but we just didn't make it to it. We had too much election stuff going on. And then we'll be wrapping things up with our official funny video of the day that is titled You're Fired. Yes, all of that's coming up next, but first we're going to read through the chat. Let's see how you hooligans are doing the day after Election Day. What is up, everyone over on jeffmaclive.com? What's up, Russell? What's up, Breeze by You? What's up, Zero? What's up, Alistair? What's up, Astral Hammer? What's up, Tom? What's up, Damsel? What's up, WMM? Happy freedom, you hooligans. Appreciate all of you guys being on the website. And what is up, everyone over on Rumble? Energy Woman, I think you were first today. Appreciate you racing to the chat, Energy Woman. Let's see. God bless the Republic. And for the restoration, happy day. Catch you later. Appreciate you, Energy Woman. What's up, Elisa? Happy freedom to you. What's up, Cody? What's up, Too Old to Care? Happy freedom to you. Breeze by You. Appreciate you being omnipresent. Russell, appreciate you being omnipresent. Astral Hammer, you as well. Appreciate all of you hooligans. What's up, MU? Happy freedom to you. Oh, I guess I was typing in the chat. I'm going to say what's up to myself. Sometimes you got to do that. What's up, Seppa? What's up, Gron? What's up, Lifelike? What's up, Mr. Satan? Happy freedom. Let me see here. What's up, Dudden? What's up, Diane? What's up, Betsy? Happy freedom to you, hooligans. What's up, Puffin Stuff? What's up, Silver Wolf? Let me see. Make sure we get everybody. What's up, Black White Bull? Happy freedom to you. What's up, Sly Dog? Appreciate you sliding through. Don't forget, hit that like button over on Rumble. Let me get my chat fixed here. There we go. A little refresh. What is up, everyone over on Kick? What's up, Zeus Boot? Oh, what is your name? What's up, X4? Happy freedom to you. And what is up, everyone over on Twitch? What's up, Tony Rich? Seppa, you're omnipresent. Appreciate you. What's up, Soul for Real? Happy freedom to you. What's up, Irish? Appreciate you being here. What's up? Let me see. What's up, Bright Eyes? Happy freedom. Appreciate all of you hooligans being here. Man, the internet is so funny right now. So funny. What is up, everyone over on the communism platform? Holy, already 100 people over here. Something tells me YouTube will be censoring us later today. It's weird how that works. Proud Patriot Girl, you were first over here. Happy freedom to you. What's up, Mark? What's up, DeMarquise? What's up, Devin? What's up, Shanti? What's up, Shake and Bake? Happy freedom to you. What's up, Triple H? Appreciate you being here. What's up, Proud Ankle? What's up, Steve? What's up, Blue Crow? What's up, Dirt Bike Freedom? Happy freedom to you. What's up, What's up, Devin? What's up, Nagasaki? What's up, D Money? Happy freedom. What's up, Free Rom? Let me see. What's up, Anthony? Tony Rich? Appreciate you. Let me see here. Make sure we get everybody. What's up, Hillbilly at Heart? Happy freedom. What's up, Elevidence? Happy freedom to you. What's up, Justin? Appreciate you being here. I hope you hooligans are having a fantastic day, because I'm telling you, I was scouring through the internet there, and everywhere you look, you see a Democrat crying. And they're saying weird stuff. They're like, oh, man, if we could just control social media, if we could control free speech, we would have won. Communism? Nah, don't use force against Americans. They don't like that, and they fight back. I'm just saying. Anyways, we're going to get started in this first little post here, just a little warm-up. Like I said, it's not a video. But the normies, they're figuring some stuff out here. So this is what... Ooh, let's get into the big screen here. 2020 was looking like this. And I was kind of wondering this last night. I was looking at these votes. We got 81 to 74. But then this is from last night, 66 to 71. But how is it record-breaking numbers if the numbers are lower? It's pretty interesting. Now, I know we still got mail-in ballots and all that stuff that need to be counted up, but it shouldn't be a 20 million vote difference, I wouldn't think. So people are saying, well, how could that be? How could both things happen? How could it be record-breaking votes, but we had 20 million more votes 4 years ago? They're going to figure it out. What I really want to see is I was on this path viewing the stuff on the internet, because that's not the only post pulling that kind of information up. I hope President Trump does something about 2020. Now that he's on his way to the Oval Office, I want to see him do something about 2020. Because, you can't just let it slide. What's going to happen in 2028 when we got to vote again? I'm just saying. Anyways, let's get started in this first video here. It's titled, Never Seen Anything Like This. I think this individual's name is Perino. Probably. Could be. Maybe. Perino, host on Trump defeating Hyena Harris. They're saying it's Tim Walz's fault. Tim Walz did it. They can't say Trump did it, because that'd be a victory. So they're like, Tim Walz did it. Now, before we get into this, I want to remind you guys we have these Hope t-shirts, because President Trump is America's hope. This design was created by Alistair. He's a badass, and if you can think it, he can create it. I will drop his link in the chat if you would like to hire him for some creative things. This design does come in shirts for men, shirts for women, tank tops for men, tank tops for women, pullover hoodies, zipper hoodies, coffee mugs, stickers, dog tags, and we even made bumper stickers. Today I just got on the Plain Jane Hooligan t-shirt. We got lots of items and lots of designs over at the merch store. I'll drop the link in the chat while we're watching this first video.
Okay, the knives are out. Democrats on the Harris team wasting no time pointing fingers over President-elect Trump's historic comeback.
A lot of people are probably wondering tonight what would have happened had Shapiro been on the ticket. And not only in terms of Pennsylvania, he's famously a moderate. So that would have signaled to the American people that she is not the San Francisco liberal that Trump said she was. But I'm not sure how much Tim Walz contributed to the ticket. She was trying to show that she was going to be a unifier, but that may have undermined her goal in that she had to get everyone on the same page, and the Biden folks were maybe still understandably upset that their leader was unceremoniously basically pushed aside.
Well, that could be one element of it. Let's get the reaction from America.
Yeah, I mean, it could be. It could be that they stole old man Walter's opportunity to win the race. Oh, he wasn't going to win the race, but run the race. I see a lot of videos out there talking about how it probably actually would have went better for the Democrats if they would have let old man Walter run instead of letting Hyena Harris do it, because he actually got votes. Hyena Harris, she didn't do anything. Now, I keep seeing you hooligans saying that Michigan went red, and I haven't looked it up yet, but I've gotten like 15 messages. People telling me that Michigan went red. Oh, look at that. Look at that. I don't want to hear any more shit about living in Michigan, because Michigan is now red. 97% reporting in favor of President Trump. 50,000 votes or so. That's good enough for me. Look at that. Look at that. 292. President Trump winning after he won. That's how it goes. Either way, next up we have Sarah McBride becomes the first shape-shifting lawmaker to be elected to Congress. Now, I don't know which one of you hooligans out there voted for the damn shapeshifter to go to Congress, but I did not expect that to happen. It's coming up next, but first we're going to read through the chat, see what you hooligans think about Tim Walz. It's Tim Walz's fault that Hyena Harris didn't win, as well as people wondering what's going on with these numbers. What's going on with these numbers between last night's election and 2020? Guess some called some peeps in Michigan. You're welcome. Thanks, guess some, and happy freedom to you. Let's see. Alistair, you did the thing. Well done. I told you guys I did it. I told you, me and Klaus Daniels out here voting for President Trump. We did it. Trigger crazy. Happy freedom to you. It's all right. Let's see. Breeze by you, we really need to keep the mentally ill out of government. That's what I'm thinking too. Wait till you see this individual. They try to play it off like, you know how political ads are. They always show them talking to the people, and the people are really excited to be talking to a politician all of a sudden and all this stuff. Except for it's a dude in a dress, and they're like, hey, what's up? Oh, I'm one of your constituents. What? No. It's just not right. It's just not right. We're just going to have mentally ill people being in charge of everybody else. Let's put them in government. I don't know. Doesn't sound right to me. We had old man Walter. That was bad enough. We don't need any more mentally challenged people being up in there. I'm just saying. It's reading through. Astral Hammer. I love that video. The screaming goat and the cowboy hat. Love that. I keep thinking about like making this the intro over on Rumble, because they want a little intro video. Be a good way to do it. I'm just saying. Happy Freedom Snooks. Thank you. I appreciate the compliment. Zero. Happy Freedom to you. 5 CEOs of Big Pharma held an emergency meeting this morning at 1 a.m. Geez, panic much? I wonder what they're going to do. They're probably scared of Bobby Kennedy. That's probably what it is. I can't wait for these guys to get into the Oval Office. It's going to have Elon out there trying to figure out how to loosen up $2 trillion doll hairs that the government's been overspending. We got Bobby Kennedy who's going to try and fix our food for us. It's pretty exciting. Democrats are mad at the same time. It's like Christmas. What's up, Chrissy Star? Happy Freedom. Astro Hammer, riddle me this. Michigan, like Arizona, elects Donald J. Trump, but Michigan has the Democrats in the lead for the Senate seat, and Arizona does not have Kerry Lake in the lead. Apparently, the red-blue combo has not happened in Michigan for around 100 years. Interesting, Astro Hammer. I haven't even looked at those numbers. I've been just looking for President Trump. Trying to think, who did I vote for when it comes to Senate? Because I don't even know who those people are. I know I voted for Fox. I'm trying to think who else there was, because that's not Senate. That's I can't even think what that's for now. Anyways, Snooks. Oh, I will in a second, Snooks. Paul, Bobby's gonna audit the FDA. I hope so. I want to see it. I want to see accountability. That's what I want to see, is accountability. Too old. I could use some coffee. I forgot to make coffee. Ghostly. Thought shape-shifting women were just women. So she isn't the first anything, right? If no, why are there women's sports then? Yeah, Ghostly, I don't know. They should go by numbers or something instead of trying to pretend to be other genders. I'm just saying. Done. Did Michigan flip the governor too? No, we don't vote for governor until midterms. So next 2 years. Hopefully we can get Gretchen Whitmer out of here because she's a tyrant. Monkey Savannah, I haven't slept yet from the previous stream. I can't even talk. Jesus loves us. I slept 3 hours. I've drank 3 Monsters, 2 coffees. I still haven't eaten yet. I didn't eat it all yesterday, and I haven't eaten it all today. Little manic. It'll be okay, though. We're going to just sprinkle that right onto the live. What's up, Tony Brez? Happy freedom to you. Normal times, the Patriots have spoken in Michigan. Yes. What's really funny is listening to Democrats talk about how they're in fear for their life. Why? The only rough stuff with conservatives that I've seen, as long as I've been a live streamer, is J6, and well, according to last night, that's not going to happen. So I don't know what they're all worried about. They're the party of death. What's up, Muskie Boss? Happy freedom to you. What's up, Green Falcon? Happy freedom. What's up, JT3? Appreciate you being here. Viola, Vice President Kamala Harris has officially conceded the 2024 election, calling President-elect Donald Trump to offer her congratulations on Wednesday. That's nice. That's nice. I wonder if she's going to stand us all up. I think it was 4 o'clock. 4 p.m. We're going to cover Hyena Harris crying her little eyes out for President Trump. What's up, Wiggly Tough? Happy freedom. What's your name? What's up, Globstar? Happy freedom to you. What's up, Kid Daniels? Oh, you made it to live, did you? Oh, that's a good boy. Yeah, that's a good boy. Thank you so much, Afroman, for continuing the subscription over on Twitch for 7 months. You're officially a hooligan. Appreciate you, Afroman. You're awesome. You're awesome. What's up, Luke? Happy freedom. Drinking Democrat tears. Very nice. Very nice. TikTok is really funny right now. I know most of you guys don't like TikTok because it's a liberal shithole, but man, it is really funny over there because that's where the liberals are really crying. And the comments is just big paragraphs of laughing emojis and stuff. They're getting spammed up by bots and stuff. It's a great day today. Thanks, Shanti. I actually forgot that I cut my hair. Yeah, I did that today. Cut my hair. I'll find time to make food and stuff, but at least I did that. That way I didn't look homeless anymore. Happy Freedom 2 Real. Appreciate you being here. Judo. Gretchen wants to run for president. Yeah, I think so too. She was all geeked up trying to become VP for old man Walter when he was doing whatever the hell he was doing in 2020. And that's why he would come out. Well, he wouldn't even come out. They do press releases and stuff like that, make posts online. And he'd be like, well, I think we should do this. And then Whitmer would just go out there and do it. Because she was under this impression that if she did every little thing the old man Walter wanted to do when he became, well, I don't want to call him president, but when he made it into the White House, then he would pick her because they'd be a good pair for each other because he says it and she does it. Well, then that didn't even work out. She just ran Michigan through the ground for no reason, trying to, get a look from old man Walter, and then he turned around and picked the whore bag from California, and so Whitmer, she got all bitter and stuff and started breaking our rights or trampling on our rights and breaking laws and stuff, which our Supreme Court ruled on it at the end. She dragged us through shit forever, and then at the very end, right before they let up on all the lockdowns and shit, Supreme Court was like, oh yeah, everything she's been doing to you guys, that's unconstitutional. She can't do it anymore. Well, fuck, where were you a year ago? It's terrible. She's terrible. She needs to get the hell up out of here. And I don't want to see her running for president either. I don't want to see any part of that. Judo. Whitmer went straight tyrant. She did. What's up, Independent? Happy freedom. What's up, is it Renee? Happy freedom to you. Mrs. Weaver, my son and his family moved to Michigan to get away from the Republicans. Well, if they went to a big city, they probably felt like they were okay. But if they were on the outside of any big city, they probably realized that was the wrong choice. Because it is red in Michigan. It's only in the big cities where it's blue. And it's not even that blue. You don't see people shitting in the streets and stuff. Like in California, it's not that blue. It's just a little blue. It's a little blue. It's in the elected officials. That's where the real problems are, is right there. It's the corruption that's blue. Hair Juicer, Trump wins and Jeff is early. Nature is healing. Happy Freedom, Hair Juicer. Appreciate you joining us. What the hell is this? Get some? What is that thing? What the hell? I guess it's a trailer hitch. I don't know what it was. At first, I thought it was a steampunk mask or something. Maybe that'll be next. You hooligans cracked me up. My goodness. All right, we're going to get into this next video. Like I said, we got shapeshifters going to Congress. Kind of raining on our parade here, but, you know, got to take the good and the bad. I mean, she cut her own wiener off, not us. It cut its own wiener off, not us. Look at that thing. Now, like I said, I don't know which one of you hooligans voted that monster into Congress, but that's what's happened. This is titled, Sarah McBride becomes first shape-shifting lawmaker to be selected for Congress. Let's get into this, and don't forget, hit that like button over on Rumble.
I am very mindful that my responsibility is not to any other community that I'm a part of other than the community that is the state of Delaware. My job is to be the best member of Congress that I can be for Delawareans, and that will be the only way that I can guarantee that while I may be a first, I'm not the last. I'm not doing this to make history. I'm not doing this to be a trailblazer. I'm doing this to give back. I'm doing this to serve. I'm doing this to make a difference.
Hey, thanks for watching.
I don't know whose channel that is. I'd unsubscribe. You're like, what is that? What is that thing? Now, which one of you hooligans did that? Which one of you hooligans? Pick the dude in the dress to run for Congress. I didn't. That's wrong. That's wrong. Sarah McBride. What do you think Sarah's real name is? Kind of looking like a Charlie. Let me see. What else could it be? I'm trying to think what else Sarah's name could be. Rough stuff. Rough stuff. Could be like a Sebastian. Could be. That could be what happened there. It was a Sebastian. Became Sarah. I don't know. Don't trust people that hack their own wieners off. I'm just saying. Scary stuff. Hopefully that's the only one. I mean, we still got some more news coming up. Hopefully don't hear about any more shapeshifters making it into government. We got enough people that are corrupt there. We don't need people who can't figure out what gender they are. Next up, we got Tesla shares soar 12% towards record in pre-market trading as Trump wins the presidential election. It's looking good. If you got stock over with Tesla, I hear that Bitcoin and all that stuff is soaring too. But that's what President Trump was saying during the campaign. He was going to make it good for the stock market. He's going to make it good for the 401ks. He's going to make it good for Bitcoin and cryptocurrency in general. And I think people are investing in that. I think they saw that Trump win and they were like, all right, it's safe. Put the doll hairs in there. We're not going to be on the verge of an economic collapse any longer. I got to check all this stuff. I haven't been able to check it. Like I said, I slept 3 hours, shaved my head, pet my cat, gave him treats, and here we are. That's how today has gone so far. Anyways, we're going to read through the chat really quick, see what you hooligans think about the shape-shifting individual that some of you guys sent to Congress. I don't know why you did that, but somebody had to have done it. And like I said, we're going to be talking about Tesla shares coming up next. What's up, Matt? Happy freedom. Gender dysphoria is a mental disorder and should not hold political office. I absolutely agree, Matt. Absolutely. Snooks, I will get to it. Breeze by you. Exactly, Matt. Keep the mentally ill out of the government. Yeah, I mean, we were talking about this yesterday. Because this is what happens. This is what happens. When you celebrate people who are the best at what they do, it makes people who are not good at what they do strive to be better. But if you celebrate losers that don't do shit, then why would anyone ever get off their ass? If you could get celebrated for being where you are, And here we are hiring shapeshifters and doing DEI and stuff like that, which is simply celebrating people who don't do shit and are not the best at what they do. This is about inclusion and blah, 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 blah. And we're watering down our own pool here. That's what's going on. Celebrating losers. We got to get away from that. Got to get away from that. Now, Sarah McShapeshifter, they're already heading to Congress. Ain't nothing we could do about that. But man, we got 4 years to really turn things around. And in 2 years, we'll be doing midterms again. And every day is an opportunity to vote with your doll hairs. So every time you spend money, think about who that company is, who they support, what kind of employees they got, things like that, you know. What is that here, Juicer? I don't want to say that out loud. YouTube's going to think that's hate speech. I don't know what that is. Russell Tampon Tim, yeah, he was already mentally unstable enough. He didn't even wear a dress while he was out there. I don't know how Sarah McShapeshifter got out there. Russell, he's scary. He is. He is scary. What I don't understand is why do they try to talk all feminine? You know, it's like you already cut your wiener off. You already got a set of tits. You're already wearing a dress. Why are you trying to talk with a lisp and all that? Like, why you got to do that? I don't understand that. They're like, well, there's no boys and girls. There's just theys and thems. Okay, then why are you imitating a specific gender then? That just doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. WMM, why do they all sound the same? Because they all have the same disorder. I'm saying stuff's starting to make sense. WMM, you should run for governor. Governor Mack and the Hooligans. Oh, man, they'd never let that happen. Those Democrats, they'd assassinate me. I don't know if I could dodge bullets like President Trump. He's a badass. You know, me, I'd be gone. I'd be gone. You Hooligans be like, going to Jeff's funeral tonight? Heard it's going to be lit. It better be. It better be, or I'm going to haunt every one of you guys. What's up, Dual Helix? Happy freedom to you. Blaming white women. Yeah, I don't think we have that video. I did scroll past it, though. I'm trying to think. We got one of Democrats crying about skin color and stuff like that. They said that Hein Harris wasn't selected as president by the American people because the American people are racist. But there was another video where one of them douchebags from The View was talking about how why is uneducated white women so ignorant? They literally said that, and then somebody corrected them on the board of idiots there. They were like, wait a minute, when you put people in boxes, like, do you know who you're talking to? Talking to Democrats. They put everything in a box. Normal times, I choose not to pretend. Yeah, we got to stop enabling those people. The best comparison I've ever came up with and come across is when we, have individuals that have schizophrenia, we don't sit down and pretend we hear the voices too. So I don't understand why we got somebody who can't tell if they're a boy or a girl and we got to sit here and pretend along with them. Like, yeah, buddy, I hear the voices too. I can see the shadow people too. Why? Why do that? Because you don't care about them? Because you want them to spiral off into chaos? I mean, that's the only thing I could think of. Why else would you enable somebody and not help them? Ghostly lit as fuck. You know it's going to be. It's going to be awesome. It'll be historical. It'll be historical. Tony Rez, Harris is speaking at 4. Yep, we're going to be covering it. Yep, Paul. Yep, we're going to be covering it. I know everybody's like, why? Because I want to see her say that she lost. That's why. Otherwise, she'd never make it on the schedule. She's not qualified. Scrolling through. What is your name? Syrup? Are you crying in the chat? I don't know what you're talking about. Wiggly Tough. What do you propose we do with these individuals who got elected? Well, we're stuck with the people we got elected until we can vote again. But all these people that can't tell if they're a boy or a girl, I mean, they need to be committed. That's what they need. They need to be committed. They need some sort of medication. They need counseling. They need therapy. They need something. They need something other than people around them pretending the same things that they're pretending. And that's it. That's it. SEPA impeach at first opportunity. See, and the whole impeachment thing is, and a lot of this, we're stuck with Congress and people doing that, and they don't impeach anybody. We got to vote them out. That's the best we could do, is vote them out. What's up, last message? I don't know what you're saying because you're on YouTube and YouTube doesn't pay the bills around here, so you have no priority over here. So if you thought I was making you feel small by ignoring you, just realize you're on a whole platform that's being ignored. It's not you because you're just simply not that special. What's up, Sage Pup? Happy freedom to you. Appreciate you being here. What's up, Ruben? California's already burning? Yeah, I figured that'd be that way. We saw last night Seattle Police Department was roughing up Antifa. They're still in training. I think the 2020 Antifa, they finally fentanyled themselves to death. Or maybe they didn't survive cock removal surgeries. I'm not exactly sure. But the softies we saw last night getting roughed up by cops, it had never been like that in 2020. So they're in training right now. Expect some spicy time in the future. I assume we'll see it. Too real. This room needs more cowbell. You guys are welcome to it. You're welcome to it. Jules, maybe they grew up. They might have. But the thing is about the radical Democrats is they're so hell-bent on killing babies and doing drugs and removing their own wieners that the majority of them die. And it's either from their choices or by their own hands. And, you know, that's kind of the thing. Especially shapeshifters. 70% of them smoke themselves. So you don't have to. It's rough stuff. It's rough stuff. I love that I'm pissing off all the trolls right now. I knew this was going to be this way because, you know, Trump won. It'd bring back the trolls. They're fully stuffed with man ponds right now. That's all right. Let's see where we are in the menu. Tesla shares soar 12% toward record in pre-market trading as Trump wins the election. Now, before we get into this, I want to remind you guys really quick, if you'd like to participate in Free Speech Saturday, make sure you post all of your memes over on Discord or on jeffmaclive.com. Just hop in the group chats on either platform. You'll see the tabs labeled memes. Drop what you got and we'll shout you out as we're making Saturdays more fun. Well, let's listen to some good news here. If you guys got some stock with Tesla, now I can't give financial advice or anything like that, but it seems like something good to get into right in this moment. Let's get this rolling, and don't forget, hit that like button over on Rumble.
Shares of Tesla surged by 12% in pre-market trading Wednesday morning, sending the company's stock towards a new record after Donald Trump was re-elected as president, while analysts signaled a Trump victory would likely benefit Elon Musk's firm. Tesla's shares rose to over $283 as of around 7:10 a.m. Eastern, marking what would be a new record for the stock, eclipsing a previous high of $273.54 set on October 27th. Trump praised Tesla's chief executive as a super genius and a new star during his victory speech early Wednesday, after Musk spent weeks campaigning for Trump throughout Pennsylvania before Election Day. Wedbush securities analyst Dan Ives wrote earlier this year a second Trump presidency would be an overall negative for the EV industry, though the financial services firm also viewed it as a huge positive for Tesla because the company has the, quote, scale and scope that is unmatched in the industry. Trump's plan to implement tariffs on Chinese imports would also deter Tesla's Chinese competitors, BYD, which Ives noted overtook Tesla as the world's largest EV maker at the time, and NIO from, quote-unquote, flooding the US market over the coming years, Ives said.
So like I said, this sounds like good news if you got stock with Tesla, because President Trump's tariffs is going to make it harder for foreign electric car companies to import their vehicles over here, which kind of makes Tesla look almost like a monopoly. Now, they're not a monopoly, because Ford makes electric vehicles, and I'm sure GM and all of them do as well. So that prevents them from being a monopoly. Maybe if they try and say that because they're an electric car company only, maybe they could try and get them on a monopoly or something like that. But it definitely makes them pretty exclusive because these other companies, they only have a couple electric cars, like Ford and all that. They got like the Mach 1 or whatever what is Ford's newest car? It's the Mach something or other. I don't think it's the Mach 1. It's the Mach something. Anyways, they only got that one car. Tesla's got like 7 cars. And so that means their stock is going to do pretty well. I could assume. Again, I can't give you financial advice legally, but it's looking good if you got shares of Tesla. I've never even heard of those other car companies that they were mentioning. I have heard of other electric car companies, but not those ones that they specifically listed. I didn't realize Elon had competition that was that close, that there's like specific name brands, kind of like how they compare Android to iPhone. But if anything, I think we're going to see a gap there because they're not going to be able to import those vehicles into the US without paying those tariffs. So we'll see how it goes. Next up, we got workers vote to end the Boeing strike, which is really weird because, like I said, they had demands. Boeing is not willing to meet those demands. And the workers are like, well, that's all right. Well, then what was the point of striking? I guess they are going to get a little something in their favor. It's nowhere near what they were expecting. But I think it's the fear of Boeing. That's what I personally think it is, because we know what happened to those Boeing whistleblowers. They didn't live very long. And I was surprised to see that the workers were going on strike, because they probably know better than anybody that that's a good way to disappear, is going against Boeing. And now all of a sudden they're just kind of settling this strike, which is really weird. Either way, it's coming up next, but first we're going to read through the chat, see what you hooligans think about these Tesla shares going up. I'm really eager to look at the stock market too. I won't be able to do it till after the live. I got to figure out my passwords and all that stupid shit. But I want to see what you guys are talking about, because even like last night, you guys are saying check Bitcoin, check the stock market, and I haven't had an opportunity to do it yet. No, it didn't, Snooks. Oh yeah, it did. Weird. I wonder what happened. Somebody reported me on Twitch and we just lost Twitch. Well, we'll see what happens. The second thing about Twitch is Twitch doesn't give you notifications. So it's just, in 30 days, I'll either be able to log in or I won't. Oh well. Oh well. Snooks, I don't know why you're making so many demands of me today. I'm trying to cover the news here. Yeah, Zero. We just lost Twitch. I was just kicked out of Twitch. Astro Hammer, that ain't a Bronco. It's just a emblem, hold on, that they put on the piece of crap because it should be safe enough to make them money. The new Bronco is electric? I'm trying to think. What did they just come out with? I thought it was the Bronco, but now I'm thinking it's something else. But the car I was thinking of is not an electric car. WMM reported for what? There's no way to know. There's no way to know. Twitch doesn't. Twitch, maybe it's different, but anytime I've ever been in trouble on Twitch, I didn't even know. I just was logged out. And then I tried to log in, and then it just said I couldn't. And then after 30 days or however random time, then I can log in, then I get a notification saying, hey, you were suspended for these reasons or whatever. But I assume it's the trolls. The trolls are crying really hard. They're all mad because, well, President Trump, he's out here kicking ass and we made it happen. So they're all butthurt. And then I was talking bad about their shapeshifters and whatever. That's all right. Salted Ragu, make Ford great again? No comment. No comment. Zero, the new Bronco is normal. Yeah, see, that's what I was thinking. Doesn't it have a light bar across it or something around the front end, kind of like the Tesla truck does? What is this? What's up, Annette? Happy Freedom. Yeah, hurt feelings report. Exactly. Mary Todd, they better pay you, though. That hype train last night, I don't know. They might not. They may not pay me. But I don't know what else to do. I tell you guys, where free speech is allowed and where it's not allowed, nobody believes me. They stay on the censored platforms. The platforms, they get censored. And then everyone goes, oh, no. And I have to watch it happen over and over again. I pay a shit ton of money for this website, and I'm telling you, it's the freest place to be, and people are so resistant to it. And I'm like, well, oh, well. Geezer man, I have to say I went to bed early and didn't know the results until I got up this morning. I am so happy today. Yeah, Geezer man, we were up late. It was like 4 or 5 in the morning before I even went to sleep. I don't even know when we ended the live. It was probably like almost 3 o'clock in the morning. We were live for 11 hours. It was an 11-hour live. It didn't even feel like it. For real, Tim, I don't know. I didn't even get a chance to even look at it because somebody was like writing big paragraphs of nonsense. What's up, Matt P? Happy freedom to you. Puffin stuff. Boeing CEO told strikers take the deal, the next offer, or will not be as generous. Yeah, Puffin stuff. I'm sure they probably showed up in the middle of the night. It was like, hey, when you go to work tomorrow, you take that deal, or else. And then walked out. Walked out real quick. They were like, all right, you will hear booing and stuff. There's not everybody's happy with it, but they did take the deal. It's a proud American. Happy freedom. Yeah, Geezer man. They took Twitch down. What's up, Spicy K? Happy freedom. Matt P. Kamala reportedly just called President Trump to concede. Yeah, we heard that. We're going to be covering her speaking in an hour and a half here. It's a Pag. Happy freedom. Too real. The only thing that's making Ford great again is the Lions. Go Lions. Division leaders. I don't know. I don't have anything to say about any of this stuff. I don't watch football. I don't like Ford, but you know, whatever you hooligans like is good for you. What's up, Shane? Happy freedom to you. Steve, I got a good one. Dems are Trumpophobic. They are. They're MAGA-phobic right there. For real, Twitch doesn't sound like it's worth it. It's not. The censored platforms are not worth anything. B, it was 5:30 till Reuters and CNN gave Trump the presidency. What, they were like holding out? Because President Trump, well, and that could be a time difference. No, I don't know, because I'm on the East Coast. I don't know. That must just be what those stations were saying, because I want to say President Trump was declared the winner by like 1:30 or something like that. I can't even remember now. I can't remember what the time was. I remember just paying attention until we got to 1 o'clock, because at 1 o'clock we were waiting to see if Alaska and I don't remember if it was Arizona. There was a couple of states that we weren't going to see results until 1 o'clock. And then after 1 o'clock, I was like not paying attention to the time anymore. Sure crazy. I was here start to finish. Heck yeah. That's my favorite bigot. All right, let's get into this next video here. Like I said, workers vote to end Boeing strike. And it sounds like they didn't put up much of a fight, and I'm not sure about that. It just seems weird. We cover a lot of strikes, and normally it doesn't go so quick and easy like this. Let's get this rolling.
Boeing workers have ended their 7-week strike. The new contract from Boeing involves a 38% wage increase over 4 years. Now, that's 3% higher than the previous offer, but falls short of the 40% wage increase the union originally asked for. And it still doesn't include restoring pensions. Regardless, District Business Representative John Holden calls the new contract offer a victory.
Tonight, our membership voted to accept this contract by 59%. You know, it's time for us to come together. This is a victory. This is a victory. We can hold our heads high. We all stood strong, and we achieved something that we hadn't achieved for the last 22 years.
Workers can return to work as early as first shift tomorrow. They'll be required to go back to work by next Tuesday, November 12th.
So like I said, you hear some booing and stuff. Not everybody was happy, but they did take the deal there, which is kind of weird. We cover a lot of striking and stuff, and normally there's back and forth. Back and forth and back and forth. But we covered this when it started, when they first went on strike, and I had mentioned that I thought it was pretty weird that they were even attempting that, knowing what happens to people that go against Boeing. But they did. It didn't last very long, and then they just accepted a deal that wasn't even what they wanted. So kind of feels like they got threatened. So I did actually receive an email from Twitch, so I guess they're starting to send out notifications. It says that they suspended my Twitch account for 30 days because of targeted hateful conduct, targeting another person with discrimination or degradation. No, I don't know what the hell this is. I don't know what that word is. I don't know what the hell that is. Denigration? I don't know what the hell that word is. Based on their protected characteristics. Their protected characteristics. Fuck your rights. You got protected characteristics. Apparently, I was insulting an individual with a slur based on their ethnicity. I was asserting that another streamer is mentally inferior because of their gender, or I was claiming that another person is a danger to society because of their religion. Which one of those things was I doing? I couldn't tell. I think we need to make those bigot t-shirts we were showing off yesterday. I'm just saying, hurting feelings. I think it's in the title. What is the title? Trump won, lefties crying their eyes out. Well, these things happen. That's all right. Next up, we got amendments to protect killing babies. We got to call it that. Killing babies. It passes in 7 out of 10 states. Now, for some reason, I was unaware that was going to be on the menu like that. I did see Hooligans in the chat talking about something about Florida, like something 3 and something 4 policies or something. I don't know what it was. I didn't know because they didn't have anything to do with Michigan, so I didn't know anything about it. But apparently in 10 states they were voting to change the way you can kill babies, and 7 out of 10 of them went for it. So we're going to be covering that in a second, but first we're going to read through the chat, see what you Hooligans think about those Boeing workers being on strike, as well as my Twitch getting suspended because I'm just a terrible person. Breeze, you was it the Shapeshifter crap? Yeah, but somebody reported me. Somebody was mass reporting me and stuff. That's what was going on. I'm sure they're working on YouTube right now too, but whatever's whatever. Christy Star, she's fired. She is. Just gotta wait till Inauguration Day. Snooks, denigration. Thank you. I could not figure that out. I don't talk soft and stupid, so I couldn't figure out what the hell they were trying to say to me. That's a really long word for I hurt their feelings. I don't know. Stupid. What's up, Salty Ragu? Happy freedom. What is this, Astral Hammer? Live update. Harris calls Trump to concede presidential race. The vice president emphasizes the importance of a peaceful transfer of power in being a president for all Americans. Yeah, whatever you say, Harris. Whatever you say. I don't know. What's up, Tom Tom? Happy freedom. Breeze by you. What a bunch of crybabies. Yeah. What's going on over here? Thank you so much, M. Jordan, for that $20 donation over on Rumble. I really appreciate the support. Thank you so much. Says, sweet victory. Heck yeah. We need a little goat screen here. Ugh. Yes. So much winning going on. Man, they're so butthurt about it. Geezer Man, I really don't expect the criminal regime to give up control peacefully. I don't really expect it either, but like I said before, they got to prove their case. They got to go before Congress and make claims that there was some sort of inaccuracies or something like that, and then it would give Hyena Harris the ability to not certify. But I don't know how they're going to do that. I just don't know how they're going to do that. It seems to be overwhelmingly in favor of President Trump. Now, that doesn't mean they're not going to try, but that's kind of the process they have to take. I mean, unless they want to go full commie and just lock up the Capitol and be like, no, we're not letting anybody in. We're not leaving. We're staying. I mean, I don't know. I don't know what to expect. For real. Biden gave up control long ago. Yeah, that's why he's wandering around in Depends. Appeal to heaven. We still have 3 months of BS by the regime. Yeah, they're going to put lead in our food. Crystals. No, it's pretty quiet out. Kind of weird. Yeah. Well, when I was out and about earlier, I noticed that all the yards where there was a Harris sign, the sign ain't there anymore. And I think it's because all the fear mongering. They're like, hey, make sure you go out and pull your Harris sign before the MAGA people show up and shoot you in the head with an AR. You know, like saying stupid stuff like that because that's what they're saying. Like they said about President Trump, right? They were calling him Hitler and they were saying that he's going to have concentration camps. Like, when? But when? I mean, there's people talking about bracing themselves. I think one of these videos we got, they were referencing some other president. They were like, oh, well, I had to survive Nixon or something, so I know what to expect with this. You understand President Trump's already been in office? Like, this isn't like the first time this has happened. People they're so stupid. Well, the people on TV and the people on Capitol Hill, they're not stupid per se. They're manipulating the dumbass Democrat voters. That's what it is. Those are the stupid people, is the Democrat voters. It's easier to be tricked than have somebody tell you that you've been tricked. Normal times, the feeling police on Twitch. Yeah. Yup. I try to get people off the platform. Kick is just like Twitch, except for Kick has a sense of humor. That's, I mean, I don't know. I don't want to talk too much about censorship, but you guys are seeing it. You're seeing it happen. I'm not making it up. It's happening, and for some reason, people don't want to be where you can watch the whole show. Told to Care Lame Stream brought up Trump sentencing date coming up. Yeah, but he's going to be able to like pardon himself and stuff. Well, we'll see. We'll see, because when is the sentencing coming up for the hush money trial? Because it is coming up, but I can't remember when. Let me see if I can find it. Because they put a appeal in to move it to a different court where he would have a better chance. What day is it? The 6th. Yeah, I think they got to wait for this appeal to go through. No, I don't want to watch a stupid video. I want to know a date. I hate reading articles. They do all that talking and never tell you what the head title is, what the headline is. Oh, these numbers must be wrong. Merchant is ruling. His ruling delays the immunity decision until November 12th. Also, after the election, the sentencing will move forward on November 26th if the verdict stands, the judge said. So we're going to know something in 6 days, and then 2 weeks after that about. Then we'll see about the sentencing stuff. So it'll be, when is Thanksgiving? Because this sounds like this is all going to be clashing here. You know they're not going to do court dates and Thanksgiving at the same time. On the 28th. So they're talking about sentencing President Trump on the 26th, and then we're going to have a turkey day on the 28th. Well, that's only if you're a bigot, but you know, whatever. We'll see. We'll see. Thank you guys for bringing it up. We'll try and stay up with it. I'm sure it'll be breaking news and all of that, and we'll cover it. Like I said, we're going to get in this next video here. It's titled Amendments to Protect Killing Babies Passes in 7 out of 10 states. Now, before we get into this, I want to give you guys a reminder really quick. If you hooligans have children in your life, I want you to check out these books really quick. They're titled A Dog Named Cappy. A Dog Named Cappy comes in a rhyming book, but then you can also get it in a Christmas activity and coloring book for kids that enjoy using crayons and markers and being creative. A Dog Named Cappy rhyming book is available in paperback or on Kindle. You can also get the activity and coloring book. It is available on Amazon. If you hooligans do purchase these books, make sure to leave reviews on Amazon and then also follow their Facebook page to stay up to date with new books coming out as well as helping them grow. Cappy is a real dog who lives here in Michigan with the illustrator's grandmother, and it would mean a lot to them for you hooligans to go check out their books. So let me grab these links really quick and drop them in the chat once you guys check that out, and we'll get this next video started. I'm going to drop 3 links, I believe it is. I gotta break it up into chunks so I don't have to fight it anymore. What's up, XX5? Happy freedom to you. Click-clacking on the keyboard. Hopefully this fits. This is what I told her. All right, got it going. Got it going on. Where are we? Oh yes, killing babies. It's really important to Democrats. Democrats' face when they saw that Trump won. It happens. Hit that like button over on Rumble and let's get this rolling.
Major talking point during the presidential race and an issue that was voted on in 10 states. Abortion rights. NBC's Laura Jarrett has been watching that throughout the night for us. Break down the results. What'd you see?
Guys, it's a little bit of a mixed bag here when it comes to these ballot initiatives. I want to start in Florida because the story there is really interesting. You have a majority of voters who want to vote in favor of abortion rights, okay? The issue there is that they needed more than a majority. They needed a 60% super majority, if you will, and they came just short of that. And so what that means is that a current ban, which is up to 6 weeks of pregnancy, will stay on the books in Florida, even despite the majority of people wanting to see it overturned. Also, South Dakota, the abortion rights amendment there also failing. Nebraska, a really interesting story there, because there were competing amendments, both pro-abortion rights and anti-abortion rights. In that instance, the anti-abortion rights actually...
She said, ugh.
You'll be able to get it up to around 12 weeks of pregnancy. Then we want to take you to Arizona. Currently a 15-week ban there. No longer. You're going to see the biggest real life change there up to the point of fetal viability. So you're going to go from 15 weeks to 24 weeks of pregnancy. Also Missouri, another one that had a near total ban, now up to the point of viability. A very different landscape there. And then I want to think about a different bucket of things where abortion rights was not a threat. Places like New York, Colorado, Maryland, Nevada, Montana, those were situations where people wanted to codify the right to an abortion in the Constitution. So as legislatures change throughout the years, it's harder to get rid of there. But again, very different situation in a place like New York than Florida, people waking up this morning.
So those measures passed. The Florida constitutional amendment did not pass because it had that 60% threshold. But how interesting, we were talking about the split ticket voter phenomenon that's sort of happening now with some of these referenda. You have a place like Arizona, pretty red state, Missouri, very red state, Josh Hawley cruising to re-election there, and yet these measures that protect the right to an abortion pass rather easily in those red states.
Yeah, it's interesting because it's really, you get to see where the voters are on this issue, and you talk about abortion going back to the states now with the former president re-elected, obviously a conservative Supreme Court, a conservative Senate. You're going to see more, I think, of these state-level bans. There will not be uniformity at all when it comes to abortion in this country.
President Trump
So they go on to speculate for like a whole another 4 or 5 minutes, crying about what if President Trump did a nationwide killing baby ban and blah, 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 blah. Well, then what if in this and then what if in that? And I don't know, you stupid Democrats out there, I'm just saying. Next up, we got OpenAI launches ChatGPT search. I believe they're calling it Search GPT. They're trying to make it so AI results will replace Googling things. Everybody's so used to pulling up Google or Mozilla or whatever and then typing in whatever your thoughts are, getting results, and scrolling through the pages. But if you use like Brave browser, you can have the option of having AI give you an answer instead of searching through links and whatnot. And it's still kind of iffy. Well, ChatGPT is creating their own search engine kind of thing that it's very similar to that. It's really interesting because you get more personalized results, but it's harder to detect bias. So when you are going through a search and you Google something, you get to choose the link that you're going to click on. When you ask AI, it just responds to you. But what if it doesn't choose conservative websites or results or information at all? What if they only choose liberal information? So the responses to you could be lies or twisted words, things like that. Things to think about. It's coming up next, but first we're going to read through the chat, see what you hooligans think about these Democrats that are hell-bent on killing babies. Hair Juicer, I don't know why I watched the whole GIF. I was like waiting for something to happen. I don't know what I was doing there. Heck yeah, Ted, man. It's a good day today. I still can't believe President Trump won. I'm so used to living in the dark, you know? I can't believe it. Breeze by you, those people are sick. Yeah. Well, they better be damn happy with themselves, you know? Because the only reason they were voting for Hyena Harris was so they could kill babies. President Trump won, and they still can kill babies. So, you know, they need to chill out. They were looking miserable last night. Sitting there for that Hyena Harris event that never happened. They're all dragging their feet, walking out of there. Rough stuff. Alistair, yep, killed Amendment 3 and 4. Yeah, I seen you hooligans talking about it, but I didn't know what it was at the time there. Breeze by you, I really wish these people would get off of being so damn happy about killing babies. I don't know why they're like that. Because they could use contraceptive, but they don't want to. Kind of like they could get a job and get money, but they'd rather get money from the government. They're lazy. That's what it is. They're just lazy, and they got nothing to do but lay around and bang each other in their meth tents and stuff like that, I guess. I don't know. Sure, crazy. Wait, say crayon again. Why? How do you say crayon? You probably say crayon or whatever. It's crayon, okay? It's a crayon. I eat some ramen noodles on a roof, okay? Look at in the memory of Peanut. Dear Democrats, throwing the finger up. Justice for Peanut and Fred the raccoon. Anon, liberal progressive Democrats destroy society. They destroy everything they touch. That's just how they get down. They're disgusting and self-destructive. It's reading through. For real, killing babies and divorce has become two easy outs. Yeah. Well, there's just no accountability anymore. There's anywhere you look at it. Look at people that are looting the stores. It's like $950 or $999 or something, and they don't even come after you. You just loot every day if you want to, like it's a new job or something. There's just no accountability anymore. Everybody can just do whatever they want unless you're a law-abiding citizen and you got papers and you got all the necessary permits and licenses and da-da-da-da-da. And then if you're one of those people, as soon as you step out of line, your whole life's in jeopardy and stuff. Everything is ass backwards. But we voted for the Orange Eagle. We made it happen. So we just got to make it to Inauguration Day. And hopefully we're going to see some things change around here. And the biggest thing I want to see is accountability. Big time. I want to see people being held accountable again. Anon, ChatGPT is very odd lately. See, I haven't used ChatGPT in a long time. When it first came out, I went and checked it out, but I don't want to pay for the subscription and all that crap, so I haven't really messed with it lately. What's up, Craig? Happy Freedom. Irish, did your stream get banned on Twitch? Yes. Yep, I'm suspended on Twitch for 30 days because I'm too funny for that platform. That's why all of you guys that watch on Twitch, you should just go and move your membership over to Kick, where we won't get suspended. And we can have cool emojis. That's the other thing. On Twitch, you guys can't have cool emojis because they won't approve any of our emojis. They're too damn funny. They're too good. But over on Kick, they accept all of our bullshit. They're garbage just like us. And I like it. Paul, I'm cool with Democrats thinning their herd. See, and I've been saying that for years. I can't imagine how there's so many of them. All they want to do is hack their wiener off, date their own gender, and then kill their own babies, you know? So how do they survive? How do we keep ending up with new Democrats? I don't maybe this curve is happening and we just haven't seen them make these choices long enough. I think they are thinning their own herd. But they just became more radicalized about it, maybe. I don't know. You know, 10 years ago, I don't remember so many people cutting their wieners off. I'm just saying. For real, judicial system, revolving door must stop. Yeah. Yeah, as long as we let criminals run rampant, more people will participate in criminal activity. SEPA, they import them? Well, that's true, and we got to deport those bastards. That's what we got to do. I bet you those people would not be pouring into the country the way they are if they knew what the Democrats were doing to their own wieners. I'll tell you that. All those military-age men at the gate, if the Border Patrol was like, hey, welcome to America, expect Democrats to whack your wiener off in a bad way, well, they'd think twice about it. They'd think twice about it. What's up, Zot? Happy Freedom. Patriot operator, laws are just fines if you got money, not if you're a habitual offender. They will put your ass in jail. They'll put you under the jail depending on what city you're in. V7, murder is not a right. They don't even know what rights are. Those Democrats, they don't know anything. They're like, oh, they're taking away women's rights. If it was a right, they wouldn't have been able to take it away. And then they get all mad. They start seizing up and stuff. It's because their brain doesn't function correctly. That's what's going on. WMM, abortion is not a form of contraceptive. Yeah, it's true. Sure crazy Zot from the convoy? No, well... No, I'm trying to think. What is that girl's name? Charlotte? That was controlling Zot's channel during the Canadian convoy? She went to sell feet pics. She went live one day and was like, yeah, I'm not covering the news. The convoy was over at that point. She's like, yeah, so I started an Only Hooligans, and you want to see me naked, you can sign up. And everybody was like, what? I'm unsubscribing to your shit. And she's like, well, I don't care. I'm not covering political stuff anymore. I'm just going to go be an online whore or whatever. And everybody was kind of 50-50. Half her chat unsubscribed. The other half was like, send me the link. I got $10 for you. So it is what it is. I haven't seen anything since then. That was the last I heard of. I think her name is Charlotte. That was the last I heard of her. What's up, Cassie J? Happy Freedom. Appeal to Heaven, Vance 2028. Rappy, yes, Vance 2028. I bet he runs. I bet you he runs based off what President Trump was saying. For real, we need to get back to the Bible. It would do people good. They say that you can see, when they stop talking about God in school, and you can watch everything just decline after that. A big part of the Bible is about discipline, self-control, and discipline. We don't have any of that right now. It's because there's no accountability. We need accountability. Then we can focus on being disciplined and being able to do what we're supposed to be doing, but got to get on the right path first. Puff of stuff. Anyone seen anything from Rob Reiner? He said he would set himself on fire. No, I haven't I haven't even seen that. I don't even know who that is. I kind of thought we would see Democrats setting themselves on fire, but it's still early. We still got time. What's up, Red Zot? Yeah, I didn't think it was you. Yeah, I didn't think it was you. Just double checking. Lefty Lucy, happiest day of my life. I know, I'm pretty excited about it. David, yes. Charlotte. I couldn't remember. It's been a while. Guess I'm wow. That's BS. So you got the bitch's link? No, I don't got her link. I don't pay for naked females. There's just, I don't know. I don't buy water either. It's because you can get it for free. I'm built like that. I'm poor. I'm poor as shit. Okay, I grew up poor as shit. Okay, my mom was like, "We don't need electricity. I just bought a pound of weed." I was like, "Mom, it's cold." I grew up poor as shit, so no, I don't pay for anything that's free. Not at all. You guys see me at the shop. I'm walking home 2 hours making funny videos on my walk home. I'm poor as shit, okay? Got time to be paying for feet pics and stuff. Yeah. Anyways, moving forward here, what do we got up next? Oh, yeah, OpenAI launches ChatGPT search. And they act like this is some great thing, but I don't know. See the good and bad and everything. Let's get this rolling, and don't forget, hit that like button over on Rumble.
Now, OpenAI is rolling out a search function for ChatGPT, sorta. Our Kate Rooney has more details. Kate, there's some Bing in there.
Yeah, there is, John. So OpenAI is taking on Google and maybe taking on Bing as well, and taking on those search engines with this new web search tool that was just announced in the last 30 minutes or so. It's called Search GPT. The company describes it as a way to get fast, timely answers with links to relevant web sources, they say, which you would have had to previously go to a search engine for. This is a big change. So OpenAI has wowed users with the chatbot's thoughtful answers, the ability to generate new creative content, but it couldn't tell you basic things like the weather. I asked GPT this morning about the Yankees. It had nothing. It told me to go to a relevant sports website. That is going to be changing. Today's announcement may be the startup's answer as well to its publisher battles. New York Times and multiple authors have sued OpenAI for copyright infringement. In the release today, OpenAI says they are working with publishers and data providers to offer real-time information. So think stocks, sports, weather, news. The list includes AP, you've got News Corp, Financial Times, Reuters, and more. They also say any website or publisher can choose to appear in ChatGPT results. They are providing links. If you look at the demo, it does look an awful lot like Google, which is fighting DOJ's accusations that it has a monopoly in search and in advertising. This could compete, as you mentioned, John, with Microsoft Bing. And that search engine, Microsoft has invested about $14 billion in this startup, we should say. And it's a threat to Perplexity, which has been seen as a threat to Google. It's another Silicon Valley darling out here, backed by Jeff Bezos. It's in the midst of raising capital at a $9 billion valuation, I'm told. OpenAI, though, with this announcement, providing things like real-time maps as well. But you put those next to each other, you can see it does look a lot like Google Maps. Stock tickers, too. Google has gotten into that in recent years. OpenAI does highlight the underlying model as a differentiator here in the whole experience. OpenAI says it's going to let people ask questions in what they say is a more natural, conversational way, go deeper with follow-up questions.
Did you guys see the results were different for the same company?
To get you better answers. They are leveraging third-party search providers, but they didn't say who that was. John, though, you can see the news hitting Google, especially when this crossed, is still down about 1%, but sending shares Google lower. Back over to you.
Oh, interesting that they didn't say who that was. I'd seen a piece indicating that Bing was actually behind this as some of the search that it was doing, which struck me as, well, at first, when Microsoft kind of did the big rollout with OpenAI, they were trying to put OpenAI in as part of Bing as a way of trying to grab share from Google. That doesn't seem to have happened. So I wonder if this is flipping it the other way and trying to use Bing as an ingredient within OpenAI, seeing if the popularity of ChatGPT would drive usage.
Yeah, that's full circle, right? If it is Bing, in fact, which they didn't say, they wouldn't say specifically, but you've got to assume that based on the relationship between Microsoft and OpenAI, that if they're going to partner with any sort of search engine, it's going to be Microsoft and Bing. But I would say that the look of these is uncanny. I mean, you line these up with either Google, Bing, any of the search engines, And they really do look exactly alike. It's the same experience, but they're arguing that you're going to get a level deeper with things like sort of the memory that you're typing in a search and it's going to remember what you've asked. It's going to sort of streamline the questions and be a little bit more like the ChatGPT experience. But a big deal for Google and for startups out here that have really been built on taking on big tech companies like Google, Perplexity I mentioned. But just looking at these side by side, the producers and I were sitting around kind of looking at this and saying, wait a minute, this is almost exactly the same thing. So OpenAI here, yes, a large language model, but they're starting to add some of the features that could threaten a lot of the incumbents.
Right. Remembering your data. That's new. All right,
yeah, right.
I don't know. They're talking real light and fluffy about it. Oh, it's so great. Like I said, you're getting personalized results and whatnot. And that's nice. But the thing is you don't get to choose the kind of results. When you do a Google search on any platform, I just call it a Google search. I don't even use Google. I use Brave. But whatever browser you use, when you search, you got pages and pages to choose the links that you want to choose from. Now, we've already seen that the censorship on Google, the way that it works is they'll take links that they don't like and they'll bury them. They'll put it pages back. When was the last time you went to page 2 or page 3 of something you were searching? I never do it. I don't even know the last time I went to page 2 or page 3 of search results. I never do it. And I assume a lot of you guys are the same way. So Google will take certain websites that they don't like and they'll put them on page 2, 3, 4, 5, page 100, knowing that you'll never dig that far to find that page. And chances are you'll never even know that website exists because of that. So we know censorship works like that. But what if you ask AI questions and get results, right? You're not looking at the page of links to figure out what is best for your needs. The AI is just going to spit out a paragraph for you to answer your question and then provide some links based on those answers they responded with, saying, this is where I got that information from. But now you don't have the choice to look down the whole page of results. You don't have the choice to go to page 2, page 3 to find the results you're looking for. You have to just accept what AI is given to you. And I'm sure you could keep asking and, refresh the results and whatnot, but it really limits your perspective of answers out there. You just have to kind of take AI at its word, read the couple links that it provided as sources, and just say, oh, that's good enough. Well, we already know that AI is biased. You ask between President Trump or Hyena Harris over the last couple of years, or Biden and Harris, right? The results of what the AI would say on any AI platform was always biased. It seems like all these AI platforms are pro-Democrat. And go ask it. I mean, there's AI everywhere. Like I said, Brave browser has it built right in. I got Grok on X, and they're all like that. They're all like that. So if you wanted to ask AI, hey, have you ever been to jeffmaclive.com? Because they consider my content conservative, AI is biased, it may just tell you it's never even heard of that. Now, if you're simple and you hear that, you're going to go, oh, that's not a real website then. Because otherwise the AI would have showed it on the search results. But no, AI is biased. And you don't get the luxury of having the whole page of links and websites to scroll through and make your own decisions. It's limiting our resources by using the AI to do that. Again, it's convenient to have personalized answers where it just gives you a paragraph with an answer versus pages of links where you got to go and read articles and stuff to get the answers. But that's your freedom of choice. You're sacrificing that for convenience. And these are biased AI systems. They're not fair and square. Not at all. Not at all. So something to definitely think about, but that's the future. That's the future. That's what that's going to be. Anyways, we're going to read through really quick. Next up, we got lots of Democrats crying. We have 5 videos that we're going to cover. They're all very short. The last one's a minute and a half, but the rest of them, they're all 30 seconds or less. And we're going to go through these in just a moment. We'll probably do them back to back. Maybe we'll do the last one on its own, since it's almost 2 minutes. But it's coming up next. Lots of Democrats crying and just having meltdowns. But first, we're going to read through the chat, see what you hooligans think about Search GPT. Sure crazy. I'm getting a Big Mac today. Liar. What is that about, Sure crazy? Oh, I see. Saldragu, Mac-phobic. I didn't know people could be Mac-phobic. They got my Twitch banned. That's why it's not banned. It's suspended, but still. I can't believe they went after me for that stupid shit. And why today? Because President Trump won? Because I ain't said anything new today that I ain't said on the last 100 episodes of Coffee with Hooligans. So I don't know why they're so butthurt today. Snooks, Snooks, I'm going to need more information than that. I don't know what to say about that. Sure crazy. Fuck ChatGPT. They doxed me. I searched bigot and they generated my picture. Yeah, sure crazy. They walked you right into that. It's no good. You can't trust the AI. WMM, do stocks perform better based on the company that you research them on? I guess. Because that's what they pulled up. They pulled up Google right next to Search GPT. They were looking at NVIDIA stock, which NVIDIA makes the graphics cards and stuff, but they're also building the AI stuff. So their stock is doing really well right now. So they put that up because it's a popular stock, but the results were not the same. And they're like, oh, look, Search GPT is very comparable to Google, showing the same stock, but the stock line was not the same. Even like at the numbers. I was looking closely to see like if the scale was set by different numbers, but it wasn't. The line was different, but it's supposedly the same stock. I'm like, I don't know. That doesn't sound accurate. If you got AI generating maps and generating stock lines and things like that, how do you know that's not the graph itself versus just a generated image? Because we've seen AI generated images and they are not absolute, not at all. So if you were looking at stock, I don't know if I trust that. Or if you're looking at Google Maps, how do you know it's not inventing roads on the map? Well, not Google Maps, but maps on the ChatGPT. How do you know it's not just making roads up? I don't know. I don't trust AI. I don't trust it. It's a fun little calculator kind of thing to play with, but I don't trust it at all. It's reading through. Trigger crazy. Selling my Grindr profile. How much is it going for? How much are you selling it for? I remember people used to sell Instagram accounts and stuff like that. I wonder if they still do that. Zero McDonald's sounds good today. I usually avoid those places. Just, I've been kind of wanting it too. I'm not going to lie. Ever since President Trump went to McDonald's, I'm like, I kind of want to go to McDonald's, solidarity with Trump and all that. I know I'm going to regret it though if I do. I might get some Taco Bell today. I need it. It's been a long time since I've had Taco Bell. It was 21 days without my Subaru, and it still howls. And I can't believe I had to give them $900 or $1,000 or whatever I paid them. I don't know, but I'm trying not to think. I'm trying to forget. Salty Senior, happy for him to you. George Washington grew it for hemp, a very strong fiber. Yeah, we could have hemp clothes and all kinds of stuff. It'd be cheaper and more effective, but the government has qualms about it. What is going on? What are you guys fighting about? Oh. No, I don't think Red Zot was trying to self-promote. He was clarifying that the Zot I was talking about, ZOT, is who we were talking about. And he was just clarifying that he was not the person we were talking about. Because he didn't even say his channel name. He was just like, this is what my stuff is about. It ain't about what you're talking about. I don't think that they were self-promoting intentionally. I don't think that's what was going on. I think we have a misunderstanding happening in the chat. What's up, Avooted? Happy freedom to you. What's up, Jay Tyler? Happy freedom to you. Happy freedom age. Yes. It's that golden age we're going into with the Orange Eagle. Red Zot, concrete tech is wild stuff. What is that? I don't know what that is. Happy freedom jump offa. Appreciate you being here. Stoner with Peanut and Fred. Never forget. That's right. Never forget what they did to us. Appeal to heaven, that hemp was still smoked. Doesn't smoking hemp give you headaches? Sorry, hooligans. Just screaming in the mic here. Red Zot, Trump should let the states decide, return all the stuff to individuals to vote on. Well, it depends. We do need to make some changes, though. I know that. I know that. Because I'm tired of us voting for someone in, or having somebody supposedly get voted in, and then have them just turn around and be a damn commie, and we just have to eat shit for 4 years. That doesn't make sense to me. We need to be more proactive about special elections and stuff like that. And I mean, I don't want the Democrats doing that to Republicans every time they don't like, something they do. But at the same time, we need more power over things, because being stuck with people that suck for 4 years doesn't make sense. And yeah, we can get Congress to try and impeach presidents and people like that, but they never do. They never do. We can't rely on them. They're corrupt too. We need to be able to pull people down when they're simply just doing dog shit, right? I don't know if we need petitions and enough signatures, but we need to be able to do something. So if a politician, any elected official sucks ass, we get enough signatures, we can pull them down. We can decide. We put them in office. I don't understand why we can't pull them down. We just got to wait 4 years to eat shit. Like, I don't like that, Red's Eye, during my home remodel, I went down in the rabbit hole of concrete types. Then I got into hemp-based concrete. Super cool shit. It's so strong. Interesting. I've never heard of hemp concrete. I know that there's a lot to know about concrete. I used to have to make road repair products, and I can't talk about it a whole lot because I did have to sign a non-disclosure. I had to do a bunch of chemistry stuff. But we had to make sure that it was going to be able to bond to all road types, whether they were driveways, part of the curb, part of a freeway, blacktop, any of that kind of stuff. I had to be able to bond to all of it in order to meet the policy requirements. Because if a customer was to purchase a product and they claim it was defective, they would have to prove that it didn't bond to the existing roadway. And 99% of the time they couldn't prove it. They just simply used the product incorrectly and was trying to get a refund because it's kind of expensive stuff. But if used correctly, it permanently fixes the road. It's a permanent fix. It's not like in 10 years it's going to become a pothole again. It fixes it. It permanently repairs it. And so we had to do a lot of stuff with that, and I had to learn a lot about the way the roads are put together and whatever. Now, I don't have a degree in chemistry or anything. I was trained at the job, but I had to sign a non-disclosure, so I can't talk anymore about it. But yeah, I could see that being a rabbit hole there. For real, hempcrete is much safer and less toxic. See, we need to get on that. We need to talk to whoever we need to talk to. We're going to have to call up President Trump and be like, hey, bud, I think we need to move on the hempcrete here. True crazy, hemp concrete is insane. See, we could do it. Plus, we have all these states growing weed now. We could get hemp like no problem. Mary Todd, wish we had that for our roads. Yeah. Yep. I know we got rough roads here. Irish made it over to kick. Happy freedom to you. You're awesome. Mitchell, why did old military uniforms last so long? Because they were made out of hemp. It's better than cotton and nylon. I didn't realize they were made of hemp, but I've always heard that hemp is like the strongest material that we can make clothing out of and ropes and stuff like that. But they don't, they don't like things lasting long. That's why our cars are shit. Everything is shit. Our technology, like cell phones, right? Thousands of dollars on cell phones. Most of the time you can't even make a call on it. Doesn't function when you need it to. Has to have updates 16 times a day. It's dumb. The way things are right now is dumb. Shake and Bake, pardon Enrique Torrio. I wonder if he will. A lot of people are asking if he's going to pardon Hunter Biden. And I wonder how that's going to go, because he didn't give a real direct answer when he was asked about that. He was just like, well, I don't like what those guys got going on over there, and we'll just see how things go. He kind of gave an answer sort of like that. I don't want to see him pardon Hunter Biden. I think Hunter Biden is the product of a bad household, but that doesn't excuse him from all the bad choices that he made, right? He legitimately made bad choices and has yet to be held accountable. So I don't think so. I don't think he deserves a pardon. Not Hunter Biden anyways. But President Trump, he's pardoned quite a few people. When he was in office last time, I'm trying to think who all he pardoned. He pardoned quite a few people. There was like rappers and stuff that he had pardoned, got them out of prison and things like that. So we'll see. I'm so excited to see what happens when President Trump gets into the Oval Office. He's got so much stuff that he's promising on day one. And like I was saying last night, he was talking about solving the war between Ukraine and Russia as president-elect. Like, maybe in the next couple of days we might hear about that stuff, because he's talking about handling it before he's even in the White House. And then, like I just said, day one. He's got a long list of things he's promising on day one. It's real exciting. Appeal to heaven, Robert De Niro leaving the U.S. now? Yes, please. No, I highly doubt it. It sounds good. It sounds good, but I don't think it'll actually happen. We're going to get on to these Democrats crying their little asses off. The first one's titled Sonny Hostin, I think it is. Kamala ran a flawless campaign, they said, in denial. These wicked women here. Let's go ahead and get this rolling.
I mean, aside from buck naked dancing on the top of the table, I don't know what else she could have done.
I don't think she could have done more. I think she left it all out on the field. I think she raised $1 billion in 3 months. I think that she ran a flawless campaign, and I maintain that. I think now it's the time for us to work.
I mean, aside from buck naked dancing on the top of the table.
Why does Whoopi Goldberg want to see Hyena Harris dancing butt naked on top of the table? Why is that the go-to? She said, other than dancing on the table butt naked, she did everything she could. Why is that a go-to? If I was giving it my all, right, and it was not working, dancing butt naked on the table is not even an option. That's not getting me in the door anywhere, right? That's what the hell is wrong with Whoopi Goldberg? That's the go-to. If all else fails, get butt naked and dance on the table. What? And then her comrade over there is like, I think she ran a flawless campaign. Oh yeah? Well, the American people don't feel the same. Not even kind of, sort of. Not even a little bit. Like I said, we're going to run these back to back. Most of them. We might do the last one separately and give you guys a chance. We'll read through the chat. But this one right here is titled, Dems Having a Hard Time Coping Right Now.
I'm sorry. No! Why? Do you really hate me that bad? I'm sorry.
I'll take the screaming goat over that any day. I'm just saying. Holy, what a mess. And she probably lives in a state where she can still kill babies. So I don't know what she's all mad about. Orange man bad. We're going to get right into this next one. This is Joy on Trump's win. I, whatever that word is, disagree with the decision that Americans made. These people are so butthurt. And there's more videos coming out every hour or so. There's probably a whole page of new ones we'll be covering tomorrow. It's so good right now. Once again, this is Joy on Trump's win. I, whatever, disagree with the decisions that Americans made.
My takeaway is that the system works. We live in a democracy. People spoke. This is what people wanted. I vehemently disagree with the decision that Americans made. But I feel very, very hopeful that we have a democratic system in this country. We should value it. We should love it. We should protest if the situation arises that we need to protest, which I'm sure it will.
What the hell?
I've been through this before with Nixon. It's been very difficult. But boy, oh boy, do we have a country if we can keep it.
Yeah.
Well, my take.
What'd she even say? Boy, oh boy, we have a country if we can keep it. What? What? What does that even mean? And then she's like, well, I had to survive through Nixon, so I'm ready for this. Did you say that the first time President Trump was in office? Because this is the second round now. You don't have to compare him to Nixon. He's already done this. This is round 2, you ignorant bitch. But anyways, and then she brings up protesting. Well, we'll protest if we have to, and I think we're going to have to. What exactly are you going to protest? Do you understand that protesting is supposed to be about more than just simply destroying shit in the street? You don't just do it because you're mad. You do it because there's a cause. You're raising awareness to the cause. That's what protesting is. And she's like, well, we don't like the Trump one, so we're going to protest. Get the pallet of bricks out. You know, like, come on, man. That ain't protesting. We're going to get this next video here, and then we're going to read through the chat, and we got one more after that. This is The View is Melting Down. Like I said, we got a bunch of these clips here. They're having a hard time right now. Having a hard time. They got to get their protests together. Anyways, let's get this rolling.
I'm surprised at the result, but I'm not surprised. As a woman of color, I was so hopeful that a mixed race woman married to a Jewish guy could be elected president of this country. And I think that it had nothing to do with policy. I think this was a referendum of cultural resentment in this country.
Well, I think it.
I'm.
Yep, America voted for President Trump because we're racist. Everyone here is racist. So stupid. So stupid. Cultural resentment. What do you mean? You mean like when you're propping up one race over all the rest of them and making everybody eat shit, that people are resentful of that? Well, you could either be mad at your own choices, or you could just acknowledge that President Trump was the better option, and it's not everything's about racism. Gosh, to be soft and stupid and a victim full time has got to be exhausting. We're going to read through the chat really quick, and then we got one more Democrat meltdown here. MSNBC is having a total meltdown. It's coming up next, but like I said, we're going to read through the chat, see what you hooligans think about those last couple of videos there. Salty Ragu, I'm a racist. It's pronounced bigot, bud. Holy. Klaus Daniels. Don't you worry about that. Don't you worry about that. God, never seen a kitty so tired. Breakdancing on your noggin. Look at you. Look at you. Looking rough. Looking rough. He was up late celebrating President Trump's win. Alistair, not at all cultural resentment. Harris is just a stupid-ass, dumb fucking idiot. It's not because she's a woman or a mixed race. That's right, Alistair. President Trump was just simply the better option, and they can't handle that. They can't handle it. Zero, what the hell? It's all about policy. It's because they're all about vanity. That's why they can't understand it. It's not about the way you look, how tall you are, whether you're wobbly and bobbly, or you smell bad, or you're extra orange on Tuesdays. It's not about that. It's about the promises that President Trump was offering us. And Hannah Harris wasn't promising anything. She's just, well, Trump's a Hitler. Oh, he's a bad guy. He's a Nazi. his supporters are garbage, things like that. Well, you ain't selling a whole lot there. There was nothing to purchase, just name calling. I mean, President Trump was the only option. He was also the only candidate that was elected to be in the position to run at all. So it is what it is. They'll never see the truth. They refuse to. 10-man piss off. Yeah, for real. Zero, not one MAGA will be at their protest. I don't even know what the protests are going to look like at this point. After seeing Antifa last night, that was not impressive. Not at all. Those cops were roughing them up. They were roughing them up and then like reassuring them at the same time. They're putting that one kid on his head, and the rest of them, they were like, look, we're not interfering with your freedom of speech protest you got going on here. We're just here for your comrade. They had the LRAD going and stuff. They were peacefully protesting. The cops were. That's what was going on. Could not find a live of that at all. It's always just clips. I don't know. I don't think those people go live anymore. Things get spicy enough, they will, though. Breeze by you. What is she even saying? It's just words. Just putting words together, but not meaning anything. Zero. She's calling for protest. F off, Joy. Yep. Saw the regular eat shit, Joy. Saw a lot of joy in this room right now. Zero. I might have to go get TikTok just to watch the It's so crazy right now. It's so crazy. Let me see if I can pull something up, because I was scrolling through it. Sometimes I find videos that we only see on TikTok, and they're not on any other of the other platforms yet, because they're breaking on TikTok. So every once in a while I'll scroll through there. Let me see. No, I don't think I have any. I didn't want to like their post because they were, it's a Democrat posting and whatnot. And then all of a sudden I'm just seeing a whole bunch of their nonsense. No, but there is this video. How do I make this full screen? Can I not do that? Oh, hold on. Now we're just going through TikTok. Never mind. TikTok's gonna give me a hard time. I'm not dealing with it. It was an image of old man Walter smiling at the camera, and the caption was like, after old man Walter voted for President Trump, and just shows him smiling. Anyways, reading through the chat a little bit more. We got one more video of Democrats having meltdowns, and we got 2 funny videos coming up. Our official funny videos of the day. Holy, Alistair, this is crazy. Look at this. That is so. Oh, you can't even see it on this. Come on, thing. It's a little small, but that looks just like me. A little bit more masculine than me, but crazy. In another week, Alistair's gonna have AI Jeff Mac, and then Hillary's gonna be at the foot of my bed when I wake up. Something's happening. Something's happening. That's crazy, Alistair. Breeze by you loving the meltdowns. I knew it was going to be this way. I think probably the rest of the week we're going to have videos of Democrats screaming and hollering. Now, of course, I'm going to make sure to get news. It's not all about watching Democrats cry and all of that, but it's nice to sprinkle it in there, Technically, it's news. Hair juicer, my coworkers. I haven't seen a man beat a woman like that since the Olympics. Holy. Thank God Twitch suspended me. They wouldn't have liked that one. Jesus. Jesus loves us. Puff stuff. That's what she said. Mm-hmm. Appeal to heaven. TikTok is junk. I get these single women. Go to Telegram. We can chat. Nope. What the fuck? Those are bots. Those are cyber criminals doing that. Try to tell you to call them on WhatsApp, or they're trying to get you to join their Telegram and stuff. Those are hackers. Those are bad people. Bad people trying to do that stuff. They're on X too. They're all over X. You could tell because nobody follows them. You'll get a message from somebody or a comment underneath the post, and you'll click their profile like, who the hell are you? And then be zeros. Follow nobody, being followed by nobody, and they're following nobody. And it's because they're bots. They're cyber criminals. Tiger Jaw, once she stole and used YMCA, I knew she was done. Oh, I didn't even know that she was using that. See, I knew when she was saying tax on tips, that no tax on tips. When she started saying that, I was like, oh, it's all over. You can't copy the Orange Eagle and then be better than the Orange Eagle. That's not how that works. What's up, AR-16? Happy freedom to you. I'm gonna get some wine today. I'm feeling fancy. We got that Trump win in. Been waiting a long time to get that. Got that taken care of. I'm feeling like I need some wine in my life. He do wobbly and bobbly. That's what they were saying about President Trump. I don't know if it was a year ago, 6 months ago, something we were talking about it. They were trying to figure out the name calling. They ain't got to Hitler yet. And so they were like, well, haven't you heard President Trump? He smells bad. He's stinky. That's stinky orange man. I was like, what the hell is that? That's lame. And then they were like, look. And they were showing President Trump posturing. He was taking photos and stuff. I can't remember where it was. There was obviously an event going on. I think it was at Mar-a-Lago. And he was kind of doing this. Like he was posturing. He was having photos taken and stuff. Democrats had taken this side shot of him, standing up tall and shining bright. They were like, look, he's wobbly and bobbly. He's wobbling around. I was like, what? Like, you guys are so desperate. You got telling me stinky and he's wobbly and bobbly. Come on, man. So stupid. So stupid. And eventually they landed on Hitler, and they carried that all the way until President Trump crossed the goal line there. So good try, Democrats. Good try. Name calling just ain't going to work. It's not going to work. This isn't 2020. You can't just call people racist and get your way. That's not how things work anymore. If America turned into becoming bigots, it'd be because they claimed that everything was racism. It's kind of like breaking the law. You can't even walk out into your front yard without breaking 3 or 4 laws that you're totally unaware of. It's because we got too many laws. Same thing with name calling. You want to call people names and stuff over every little thing, people will stop caring about that shit, and they'll be the person that you claim they are. And, well, here we are. Here we are. It's their own damn fault. Irish. Speaking of, I got no sleep. Going straight to sleep after the live. Well, I hope you get some good rest, Irish. Yeah, I didn't sleep very good. I was grinding my teeth last night. I don't know what I was so stressed about. Probably drinking 3 or 4 monsters a day, trying to keep up with things, I guess. I need to cut that out before I die. Anyways. What's up, Mike S? Happy freedom. The mainstream media needs to be held accountable for their lies. Start suing them for slander. Yeah, Mike S, I agree. We need accountability all the way top to bottom. Those people, the crooks in White House over on Capitol grounds and all that, they need to be held accountable for the things they were doing. The media absolutely needs to be held accountable. I think President Trump should sue the Harris campaign and the Biden campaign for claiming that was his Project 2025 agenda when it wasn't. And they, I don't even know where the damn pamphlet is. They stuck one in my mailbox. A whole pamphlet explaining how Project 2020, it was President Trump's Project 2025 is how it was worded. That's defamation of character. They can't make those claims and stuff because it's not true. I want to see President Trump go after them. Now, I don't think he's going to, but he should. It would totally establish trust between the American people and the government if President Trump would hold people accountable, especially those that were loudest about slandering him. And it's not about him. It's about accountability in general. We see him go after the people that went after him and then go after the people that came after us. That would look really good. That would regain trust. And give President Trump my number. I got some ideas. Here. I'm just saying. What's your name? Deeper. Trump may be wobbly and bobbly, but he doesn't fall down the stairs. He doesn't fall up the stairs either. He doesn't fall off of bicycles. Old man Walter, he doesn't want to join the shit talking race. He ain't gonna like it. Salt Ragu, Hillary eats babies. She's in the chat. No. Everybody just leaves the chat immediately. No, don't do that. Don't do that. Let's get into this last video of the Democrats crying really hard, and then we got 2 funny videos of the day. You're like, these are funny enough. We don't need funnier videos, but I'm just that damn good. Let's go ahead and get this rolling, and don't forget, hit that like button over on Rumble.
We still have an electorate 70 million plus that will be voting for a man who said he was going to assassinate for treason the chairman of the Joint Chiefs because he didn't support him on January the 6th, who has said just in recent days he was going to execute Liz Cheney with a firing squad, 9 guns pointed and shooting at her face. A man who has said that he was going to shut down CBS because he didn't like how they edited an interview. A man who said he was going to be a dictator from day one. A man who said he was going to terminate the Constitution. A man who said he was going to use the army and he was going to use the National Guard on his political opponents. I literally could go on all day, and yet you talk to Trump voters and they'll go, he didn't say that. Wait, now I didn't hear him. And then you say, well, here's the quote, and then they'll go, yeah, he didn't mean that. So there's something far more long-lasting than just Donald Trump, the candidate. There is a sort of Russian embrace of disinformation, a radical devaluing of truth over the last 9 to 10 years, and a complete ignorance on civics and what the term Madisonian democracy even means, what checks and balances even means, what judicial review even means, what the rule of law even means. How do we as a nation, even post-Trump, how do we reach those Americans who apparently didn't go to civics class, apparently didn't learn the basics of this Constitution, and have just been overwhelmed with this information over the past 9 years?
That guy needs a lifetime supply of Bengay because he is so butthurt. Holy, he sounds like President Trump's biggest fan. He knew all the talking points right off the top of his noggin there. That was just sad and pathetic people there. Well, hooligans, like I said, we got 2 funny videos of the day coming up. I know we just had a plethora of funny videos, but these are not Democrat. Well, I shouldn't talk too far on this. Next up, we got a video titled Take That, Border Crosser. And then our official funny video of the day is titled You're Fired. But first, we're going to read through the chat a little bit, see what you hooligans think about that guy having a total meltdown there. Breeze by you. He knows he's talking about himself, right? He's so lost. He's so lost and butthurt. He can't sit down, but he can't stand what's going on either. He's having a hard time right now. Breeze by you. What the fuck? Lies. They are so stupid. It's because they're getting high on their own supply. That's why. They believe all that stuff, and now that President Trump's going back to the White House, they're all scared. You know, like we were covering a couple days ago, those reporters were like, oh, he's going to put us in camps. For what? The things you were saying? Well, shouldn't have been lying to the American people. It's not the way to go. It's not the way to go. I appreciate you being here, Annette. Hope you have a good nap. Russell, I love hearing liberal whining. Alistair, whine? You haven't heard enough whining today? It's just got me in the mood. You know? If I'm going to hear all that whining going on, I might as well, get a little drunk while I'm doing it. Shit. I'm going right to the dollar store. Give me some blueberry wine. Like the garbage I am. I just remembered that damn... I don't even know what happened to it. Did another spider come and eat it? I was sitting here. We were trying to figure out if Trump was going to win. And this assassin spider that Hillary sent towards me just about got me. It didn't live long enough for me to detect if it was a brown recluse or not, but it did now. That's probably what I was stress sleeping about. Thinking that spider got me. President Trump won, but I'm on the way out. Damn brown recluse. Nah, I think we're good. Told the carrier, get that Trump and all. Yeah, his TDS is flaring up. Puff of stuff. His wife didn't look impressed. Oh, is that who that woman was? They all look like they were having a hard time dealing with his nonsense. What's up, giggling spy? Happy freedom. JT3, USOBs are going to have to grow up if we're going to let you keep, what is this? Leaving your room. Yeah. Well, that's why we got to have accountability. If criminals start getting locked up, they'll stop being criminals, or they won't. It'll be one way or the other. No more revolving doors, though. These in and out stuff, and a lot of that was Antifa, big time. They'd be out there with makeshift weapons and stuff, which are federal crimes, and then they just get processed, get a picture taken, and their name wrote down on a sheet, and then cut loose. It's no good. That's why they act that way. Muskie Boss, I love it. The crying is so good today. We knew that it was coming. Era 16, any riots yet? No, not yet. They're still figuring out reasons. They gotta have reasons to justify their peaceful protests. What's up, miss? Happy freedom. Jay Tyler, Antifa's ISIS. Yeah. They're, well, Antifa and the pro-Hamas protesters, they're all domestic terrorists. Zero. I just got a coworker to get on Rumble and listen to Jeff. That's awesome, Zero. You're a badass. Thank you. Salty Senior Duel. Not yet, huh? I'm putting it on the wish list right now. You guys are always telling me about movies, and I figured this is the best way to go. Putting it on the wish list. Duel. Why is there so many duels? Oh, no, you're going to have to tell me which one it is. Is it this one? Hold on, I can't tell. There might be not incriminating evidence. There may be sensitive information on this. Let me see if I can figure this out. Boom. Is it this? Is this the movie you're talking about? Let me get this out of the way here. That happens from time to time. Salty Senior, is it this one that I'm supposed to put on the wish list here? Let me know, because I got it pulled up. Figure out my buttons. Bloopy, we did it, Joe! I know. So I've been saying. Look at you all peacefully sleeping. Just smack you with your own tail. It's a good boy. It's a good boy. Red Eye, I would imagine they will show up on the 6th and on the 20th as usual. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Definitely. There's definitely going to be mad Democrats on Inauguration Day. Absolutely. I don't know about the 6th. I don't know what's going on the 6th. Unless that... Oh, the 6th is Certification Day. Yeah, I think you're right. I think you're right. I assume we're going to see action. I'm already, like, getting ready for it. Like, having the expectations that we're going to have some action going on. Now, I don't think it's going to be like 2020 riot-style stuff going on. But mad Democrats is always something to watch. JT3, has anyone told Joe yet? Nah, I don't know if he's gotten up yet. Doesn't think we'll have any self-immolation. I'm pretty sure I don't know how to say that word correctly, but I know what you're talking about, and yes, I bet we do. I bet we do have more Democrats setting themselves on fire. Normal times, liberal tears water the Garden of Liberty. That's right. I love that. Extra bill. The New York presser, they look nervous as hell this morning. Yeah. They all don't know what to do. Because they've been acting like assholes. They've been acting like assholes and tyrants, commies, for 4 years. They didn't think this was going to happen. They thought MAGA was over. And they're wrong. They're wrong, and they never thought twice, because that's how criminals are. They never think they're going to get caught. They never think they're going to be held accountable for their actions, and they just flourish in their criminal activity, and then one day accountability shows up and it smacks their bitch ass right out of the air, and then they cry really hard about it, and we're just right there in the process, you know. And that's why I tell you guys every single day, make sure you're making good choices, even if nobody's there to keep tabs on you, because one day accountability will show up, and if you make good choices, you will naturally outlive people who make bad choices. Just always make those good choices, even if nobody's watching. It's the way to do it. I was telling you guys when Diddy got busted, when you go out in the wild, or even when you're at the house, speak and act like you are being recorded, and that way you don't have to worry about dirty laundry and stuff. Be golden everywhere you go. And that way you don't have to worry about people trying to work leverage on you or opening the skeletons in your closet and stuff. It's real easy when you don't have skeletons in the closet to begin with, you know? Rip Curl, has Kamala said anything to the people yet? No. And you actually just reminded me. I forgot we were going to have to look at that horse face. Let me see here. See if anything's ready yet. She's not supposed to be on stage for another 14 minutes, but let me see if they got... So the live's not even up yet. That's all right. That's all right, because we got funny videos and stuff. We got things to cover. I'll keep this pulled up, though, because I totally forgot, because she doesn't weigh on my mind at all. But thank you for reminding me. Sure, crazy. I'm a big at 24/7. Wouldn't expect any less. Normal times, Harris failed to provide safe spaces. She's just a failure. She's just simply a failure. What's up, Cool Frog? Happy freedom. Puff of stuff. Harrison route to speak. Yep. Crystals, assume you're being watched and listened to always. Yep. It's the way to be. It is the way to be. Oh, they just kicked us live over. Look at that. You hooligans are good. You were so good on it. We might have been late to this douchebag. They're early, by the way. I wonder if they're going to blue screen this live because they don't realize what they're doing right now. Look at this. Look at this. They're scrambling right now. I bet they don't even realize the cameras are on. I bet they think this is blue screen and we can't see them right now because they're so damn stupid. Like, what's the woman taking pictures of? This guy's walking like a robot. Hold on, I want to see if we can hear what they're saying. We're listening to hot mics here. This is the White House live. I'm kind of surprised that there's an audience of any kind. I'm sure they're all being paid to be there, but surprised there's anyone there at all. What do you think this guy's doing? Trying to listen closely here because the whole nation is watching this right now, and I'm not really convinced that they're aware of that. So as we're hearing the crowd talk, if they swear or say anything inappropriate, the whole nation is watching this because this is a live feed from the White House. What do you think the button on his coat is? Why are we so zoomed in? This is ridiculous. This is a ridiculous live. I don't want to be that zoomed in to Hyena Harris's face. This is rough. Is he mounting the other guy? What are we doing here? What kind of event is this? Sure, Chrissy. Why does he have whipped cream? Because he's hanging out with his boyfriend in the back room here. They're going to go to a Congress meeting room after this. I'm surprised they got an American flag on there and not a Ukraine flag. Or a Palestine, East Palestine, Ohio flag, you know. Yeah, Snooks, I'm not sure exactly what's going on here. That one guy, he was really close to the other guy. And I almost had to cut the screen off. I wasn't sure what we were watching for a second there. Addie Walker, well, happy freedom to you. Mic check and teleprompter check so Camilla doesn't mess this up also. She'll still find a way to screw this up. Craig, the hammer and sickle is missing. That's right. They don't have an emblem on the front. They don't have second place. Loser across the podium there. They could hook her up. They should contact the MAGA team there. They'll get her something printed up real nice. Done. Camel Toe probably had to take last night off to practice this speech. Probably. I can't believe she stood up all those people after paying them all to be there. You know, I just can't believe it. Russell Brokeback Mountain. Yeah. I'll check it out, Snooks. Yeah, I see you, Snooks. Spicy Peach, is J6 going to be crazy? I mean, it's too early to tell. It's too early to tell, but there absolutely will be Democrats crying there. We're going to see, what's her name? Corinne's friend, Barney. Tard Barney or whatever. She'll be there, half naked, Trump mask on, flailing around on the ground like she's possessed by a demon. She'll be there. I just guarantee that for sure she's going to be there. And we might see Antifa come out. I don't really know. It's hard to say. Like I said, it's so early, but we will see Democrats crying for J6 and for Inauguration Day, hands down. Like if we think today's Crybaby Day, no. Inauguration Day is going to be Crybaby Day for the Democrats. Zero just saw KJP in the background. Can't miss her hair. Yeah. I'm trying to figure out what these guys are all taking pictures of. Maybe the crowd. I wonder how many people are there. Probably 12, maybe 20 people. All paid for and taxed all hairs. What's up, Kevin? Happy freedom. Cody, one final cackle. That's what they should have titled this live. That's what they should have called it. The last cackle of them all. DCAT, just remember it's only going to get spicier towards the inauguration. Yep. That's when the real crying's going to begin. AR-16, no more KJP soon. It'll be interesting. I was trying to see if there was going to be a press briefing today, but, you know, surprise, surprise, there wasn't. Maybe, let's see, what day is it? Is it Wednesday? It is Wednesday. So we got 2 days, because they don't do press briefings on the weekend. 2 days to see if we're going to see KJP come out crying. I assume tomorrow or the next day we're going to see a press briefing. I can't imagine they're going to go the whole rest of the week and not talk about the election that just happened. I mean, they might, but I feel like they should be holding a press briefing. Done. I'm still rooting for Alex Jones to be press secretary. He'd be so badass at it. Russell, is this at the VP house? I don't know. I have no idea. Normal times. I wonder what accent she'll use for this one. It's hard to say. It's hard to say. We can't see the crowd, so we can't really tell. I assume they're liberals, so she'll probably be weeping as she comes out, talking about how she's a victim. She lost because of racism. Things like that. Kevin, I'm never staying up late ever again. I'm all kinds of messed up. Well, Kevin, you gotta get those power naps in. I slept 3 hours. I feel, well, I'm here. I don't feel great, but I am having a good time. It's always a good time hanging out with you hooligans. Come on. She's probably a horse drinker too. She needs to come on. True crazy. I'm hoping a Russian accent. Yes, just finish us off with the accents there. Love it. Yep, free thinking Texan. That's what she's. I'm guessing she's gonna say something along those lines. Happy freedom to you, free thinking Texan. I bet she's still drunk or stoned. Oh yeah, I bet so too. She was probably already drunk just to get through election night, but after losing, she probably really started drinking. She's gonna come out blackout drunk. They're gonna wheelchair her out with an IV. She's recovering and stuff. It's terrible. That's terrible. What's up, babos? Happy freedom. Here's the robot lizard man again. What is that in the background? Watch out, dude. It's gonna get you. Holy, it ain't got no neck. It's walking, but it's not getting any closer to us. I don't understand what's happening. It's gonna get you, dude. It's gonna take a bite out of you. Ooh, that was a close call. The job of the gut there was gonna get him. That's alright. That's alright. Poor guy, he didn't even see it coming. That's what the horse said to Tim Walz. Shit, I need to save that stuff for Saturday. We gotta chill this out a little bit. Holy. Who are these banshees coming out? Welcome to the roast of Hyena Harris and all her comrades. Rough stuff. Rough stuff. Sure crazy, a glitch in the Matrix. She looked like it. That was rough. Red Zod, I think Vivek for press secretary. He'd be pretty good at press secretary. He can talk. He can talk. Look at this woman with a Hyena Harris t-shirt. Nah, done. It depends on what platform you're on. What's up, Oh Graham? Happy freedom to you. Red Zot, the DEI almost ate him. Yep. Rough stuff. He's about to be victimized right here in front of all of us. Oh yeah, Kevin. It's no good. You gotta make sure you get some rest. Can't be messing with the heart there. Craig, she just finishing a speedball. Give her a break. I know, I'm too damn demanding. Kevin, she looked like I can't even read it. She looked like she ate 3 villagers on the way over. Yeah, I'm just saying. They flew her in this morning, you know. Free Texan, did you see that they finally called Pennsylvania in favor of President Trump? Got nearly 300 electoral votes. Yes. I saw that they called Pennsylvania before I went to sleep, but then pretty much all day today, I was getting text messages saying that Michigan got called for President Trump, and we looked it up earlier in the live. So Michigan's officially red, and I love that. No longer will I be receiving bullshit because I live here. It's a great state. It's just the people, our elected officials, suck ass. But right now, Michigan's red, and I like it. I like it a lot. Sure crazy. Does anyone know what is happening? No, including the people there. I mean, you could tell because every time someone walks out, everybody pulls their phone up, and then they realize it's not the wicked woman they're looking for. Actually, the people in the background look confused. Can they not find Hyena Harris? They're like, quick, go get old man Walter. Send him out on stage. He can't fuck us any worse. Just get him out there as a distraction. We got to go find Harris. Snooks, you need lots of food in you. You have not gone wackadoodle. I'm just saying. I do need to eat, though. Zero. Oh, they did put a seal on the podium. I missed it somehow. Vice President of the U.S. Interesting. That doesn't look like a second place badge to me. They're too stupid to know syllables. Half the crowd is going Kamala, and then the other ones are going Kamala. So they got... Can they do anything right? Like, Democrats, man, they can't do anything right. Idiots, even their own chants. Stupid. These are not the protesting crew. I mean, they're rusty as hell. I know it's been 4 years since they hit the streets, but come on, man. Tony Rez, since Michigan went red, Jeff should do a dance. I was dancing it up last night. I hit both of President Trump's moves. I'm still working on the golf swing. I ain't got that. He's something else, you know. President Trump, he's just built different. Look at this guy looking like he's up to no good. He's coming up here to sniff the microphones, isn't he? He doesn't realize Hyena Harris hasn't been up there yet. I thought he was going to apply some chapstick, and, well, I wasn't sure how I was going to take that, but instead he was whispering secrets into his little microphone there. She's like, ooh, a quarter. Come on now. 5 minutes late to her own live. Rip Curl, should Joe really be speaking to the people as well? I mean, you would think so, since he's supposedly the guy in charge at the White House. I wonder where he is. Somebody said in the chat, did anybody tell old man Walter if, what happened? I don't know. They're probably trying to keep old man Walter away from the microphone. He's going to come out like, USA, USA, with a MAGA hat. What's up, Space Baby? Happy Freedom? We did it. I know. I still can't believe it. Still can't believe it. Space Baby, will she concede? I believe she did. There's a lot of talk of it on social media. Articles talking about how she had called President Trump to concede. I assume that's what this is. And there's going to be some crying. It's going to be conceding with asterisks. Reasons why. I think that's what's going to happen here. No worries, Space Baby. No worries. That's what we're sitting here. She would not have made it on the schedule if there wasn't that thought in my noggin that she was going to come out and admit that she lost. That's the only reason she's on the schedule right now. Otherwise, we'd be watching funny videos and doing the Pledge of Allegiance. Breeze by you. She better not say anything but bye. Traitor bitch. Yeah, I think there's going to be some crying going on, but she better admit that she lost. Cassie J, that's all I want to hear from her. Yep. Wes Snooks, Harris's secret lover is KJP. I don't know. Maybe. I don't know that I've actually seen those two interact. I might see here in a second. This woman on the left with the satchel across her body or whatever, she's making laps around the building. That's the girl I was just talking about had a Harris shirt on. She's just doing laps. I'm not sure what she's doing. 10-man, they'll fight it. They might. I mean, I don't really expect them to just take this loss, but they should. But they don't do anything they're supposed to do, so that's why I'm kind of just waiting to see what's going to happen. Normal times, I wonder if the Democratic donors will want their money back. It's hard to say. I'm not sure what this woman's doing. Plastic Quack, I hope she cries. I hope she cries too. I've been waiting a long time for this. Era 16, gotta make this flag perfect. Yeah, I don't know what they're doing. Bunch of nonsense. Keith, who is Joe? Yeah, we ain't seen him in a while. Viola, yeah, the news said that Joe spoke with both of them today. Well, I'm surprised he's still around and kicking. Deeper, fluffing the flags. Ah, that's what it was. It makes sense now. She's the White House fluffer. Mm-hmm. John, chewing the clock until they find Harris. I think she escaped somewhere. She's somewhere with Hunter Biden, smoking Parmesan. The White House crack pipes. All that stuff. More flag checking. What exactly are you doing, lady? She's like, it's ma'am. Mm-hmm. They're out here trying to make the flag perfect, but it's the same party that goes out there and burns the flags in the street. It's ironic. What's up, Tom Starr? Happy Freedom. What's up, Manic Miner? Happy Freedom to you. She's done a runner. Mm-hmm. Hey, Quest, do something. Look busy. We gotta find her. She's gotta be on her knees around here somewhere. That's what they're saying. Run around the Capitol grounds. No way, Salty Ragu. Holy, I'm so sick of car problems. My car problems, your car problems, our car problems. We need to make cars great again. I mean, President Trump's working on it, but man. Look at him. He's like, what is she doing? Fluffing these flags. He's trying to figure out if he needs to take a seat or go stand in line. He's like, it's been a minute since someone fluffed my flag. Mm-hmm. Free the text. My dad made $600 today on the stock market because the stock is soaring. That's badass. What's up, Female Region? Happy Freedom. Jeb, my truck broke down and my car broke down. Going to get parts for the truck. No kidding. Yeah, Jeb. It's like I'm saying, that we need to make cars great again because the vehicles are trash. They're trash. What's up, 8Co? Happy freedom. Well, she's 12 minutes late. She's wearing my patience thin. She better come on because we got funny videos locked and loaded, ready to go here. Red's out. All of my portfolio is doing well. That's badass. I can't wait to check all that stuff out. I don't have a lot of money in it, but I want to see market doing good. I want to see everything doing good. True crazy, is Camilla hiding in the flags? Maybe that's what it is. They're like, look, but don't look suspicious while you're looking for her. That's probably what's going on. True crazy still better than having a Subaru. I mean, not everybody can be a lesbian like me, you know, I'm just saying. Puff of stuff. Fox just said she was cackling around. Figures. Tony Rez, all that work on the flags and they look exactly the same. Yeah, I don't notice any difference at all. It was completely unnecessary. Now the wind is moving them around. They're going to come out and do it all over again. Space Baby, motorcycle battery deleted itself, trying to save up for a new one. How much are motorcycle batteries? Obviously I've never bought motorcycle parts. I would like to own a motorcycle one day if I could get past the understanding that I'm going to die on the road because nobody can drive, but I've always been interested in motorcycles. Space Baby, $100. I'm kind of surprised because car batteries are like that too. Truck batteries are like $230. I've had to buy one of those too. I'm surprised. I didn't realize they were going to be $100. I've heard motorcycle tires are really expensive too. Fanatical, do you know about the gold fringe flags? What about them? What's up, Cody? Happy freedom to you. Hereticus. I had 2 Subarus years ago. Never had any problems with them. I like my Subaru. It's just I keep buying Subarus from people who treat them like race cars. And that's my problem. I don't have a problem with Subaru. Otherwise, I'd get another car. I like my Subaru. I just am buying junkers from other people. This guy making another appearance. We're going to zoom in all on his face again. Why? Why do we need a second appearance from this guy strutting down the catwalk here? They look like they're pretending. All of these people coming in and out, they literally look like they're pretending. Like, what is the little handshake there? Why is her neck jiggling like that? You guys know that's not her, right? Why are they cheering for her? Is that her stun double? One's neck is all shriveled up. The other one's all blown out. These people. Dr. Fitzer. Kamala's drunk. Ah, you know it. You know it. That's the only way they can get her out here. What's up, Creekwater? Happy freedom. Fitzer, it's an SNL skit. It looks like it. It looks like it. Like, they literally look like they're pretending. They're coming out. They're doing their little catwalk thing. Looking at the teleprompter. Looking at the camera. High fives all around. Go back in. Come back out. But they're not doing anything. All these people are not doing anything. Just making appearances. Got to keep the dumb Democrat voters occupied, I guess. John, go, go, go. Wait, no, not yet. Yeah, that's what they got going on. Aquest, she left the speech on the podium. Well, maybe this drunken catastrophe will come out pretty soon. Hold on, what is it saying? Do you see the squirrel? Oh, secret agent. I think he made it in. Oh, there he is. Justice for Peanut. Oh, man. Look at this person right here. They don't even know. Top secret squirrel. Mm-hmm. She almost got it, too. She's lucky. Dodged the squirrel. They're playing all this nonsense. Is she going to come out or not? Is that woman got a collar? Because that's kind of what that looks like. And I doubt she's a chaplain. I mean, I doubt it. Maybe. She's getting a lot of reassurance from whoever this lady is. Saldiger, are they testing the floor? I think so. She's doing all that neck stuff. These people are so weird. These are the people that were calling JD Vance weird. I can't even believe it. Just bring her stinking breath out here. I'm tired of waiting on her. Oh, some interpretive dance coming up. All right. Zero, the squirrel's going to be a meme tomorrow. I wonder how many people spotted it. This girl's feeling her face and stuff. What is it? Are they taking ecstasy? What are they doing? Why is she stroking her neck like that? What is she doing? Headaches, maybe? Semen in her sinuses? I don't know what the hell she's doing. It's rough. It's rough stuff. Saldarego, if that squirrel was a horse, well, yeah, they'd have invited him in. He'd have been invited in immediately. I'm waiting for the squirrel to pop back up. Snooks, they all want their 1 minute of fame. Could be. Normal times, do they have to drag her out? They're going to wheel her out in a wheelchair. Who is this guy? He's the ringleader of it all? He's like, what'd I tell you? You get over there, damn it. Or else he gets the hose again. I think she does have a collar on. I doubt she's a chaplain, so it just looks like blasphemy. Air 16, her collar's too tight. See, that's what I'm saying. There's something. I don't know what these people are doing. Craig, panic attack? Yeah, could be. He's like, what'd I say? I said get out of the way. He had his hand all balled up. He's like, what'd I tell you? And there she is, hiding behind the podium, the pillar again. This crowd's waiting to walk off. Like last night. They're like, man, she's going to stand us up again. Come on, man. Cody, is she on X? She acts like she's on X. The way she's like touching herself and being all weird. Like she's seducing herself. He's like, what'd I say? She's like, what do you want me to do? He's like, you going to make me slap you in front of that camera right there? I will. I'll do it. Don't make me come out here again. Mm-hmm. She's like, man, he didn't look like he was playing either. She's like, well, I better get my shit together. Otherwise, he's going to slap me in front of everybody. She better come on. This is so stupid. This is the worst soap opera ever. Snooks, you're cracking me up with the commentary. I try. Saldarego, so far, this is Kamala's best speech. I agree. I agree. She's killing it right now. Oh my God, they're playing Glorilla. I can't even believe they're playing that on a White House Live. I'm kind of blown away because I got this on the playlist. It's like trashy gangster girl music, yeah, like what Lil' Kim used to make, you know, back in like the late 90s, early 2000s, where you're like talking like you're tough, talking about rubbing your hoo-ha on people's faces and stuff, and you're just balling and all that, but you're 4 foot nothing and female. It's one of those kind of rappers. Very vulgar. Like I said, this is an official White House live right here. Breaking copyright laws and all of that. It's nice. AR-16 coup music. Is that what it is? They're about to pull a coup. They're going to have Old Man Walter come out. I'm still waiting on it. Bring out Old Man Walter. I'm ready for it. Bobby Ho music. Yeah. That is what it is. Trashy. Like Cardi B kind of music. I don't know. I just don't like tough girl music. It just doesn't make sense to me. Doesn't make sense. I mean, I'm glad, if they like it or if you like listening to it, that's great. But it doesn't make sense to me. I don't see tough girls. I don't even believe in it. So, I don't know. Music just sounds fictional at that point. They're playing the clap track. Because nothing's happening. Nobody's clapping. Okay, 2 people are clapping now. What are we looking at? Did Old Man Walter climb the stairs? Did President Trump walk by? Yeah, that's probably what happened there. Oh, you see that? Fight, fight, fight. All right. There we go. Now she's tugging on her backside. I'm convinced she's tripping on X right now. Russell, I know. Trying to keep things moving here while we're sitting in here waiting on Hyena Harris. What are they cheering for? I think it's just the tracks, because these people don't seem excited as the sounds we're hearing. Snooks, you don't believe I can be tough? Snooks, my idea of tough is not the same thing as being a strong woman.
Prostitute.
Look at that loser. Loser. Walk your dusty ass out here and tell us how you lost. Look at second place. Boo. Boo, you stinking bitch. Boo.
Good afternoon.
You're fired.
Good. Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Thank you all. Thank you, thank you. Thank you, thank you. So let me say, and I love you back. And I love you back. So let me say, my heart is full today. My heart is full today, full of gratitude for the trust you have placed in me, full of love for our country, and full of resolve. The outcome of this election is not what we wanted, not what we fought for, not what we voted for, but hear me when I say, the light of America's promise will always burn bright. As long as we never give up, and as long as we keep fighting.
She looks like she didn't sleep at all last night.
To my beloved Doug and our family, I love you so very much. To President Biden and Dr. Biden, thank you for your faith and support. To Governor Walz and the Walz family, I know your service to our nation will continue. And to my extraordinary team, to the volunteers who gave so much of themselves, to the poll workers and the local election officials, I thank you all. Look, I am so proud of the race we ran.
I don't know why.
And the way we ran it over the 107 days of this campaign, we have been intentional about building community and building coalitions, bringing people together from every walk of life and background, united by love of country, with enthusiasm and joy in our fight for America's future.
President Trump's going to get her a job at McDonald's.
That we all have so much more in common than what separates us. All people, a fight for the ideals at the heart of our nation, the ideals that reflect America at our best. That is a fight I will never give up. We will never give up the fight to protect our schools and our streets from gun violence.
You're just saying nothing.
And America justice, and for the sacred idea that every one of us, no matter who we are or where we start out, has certain fundamental rights and freedoms that must be respected and upheld. To the young people who are watching, it is...
She's like a clown. She's got like a clown face. It's scary. Like Pennywise.
The young people who are watching, it is okay to feel sad and disappointed. But please know it's going to be okay. On the campaign, I would often say, when we fight, we win. But here's the thing. Sometimes the fight takes a while. That doesn't mean we won't win. That doesn't mean we won't win. The important thing is don't ever give up. Don't ever give up. Don't ever stop trying to make the world a better place. You have power. You have power. And don't you ever listen when anyone tells you something is impossible because it has never been done before. You have the capacity to do extraordinary good in the world.
She talking about high capacity magazines?
And to everyone who is watching, do not despair. This is not a time to throw up our hands. This is a time to roll up our sleeves. This is a time to organize, to mobilize, and to stay engaged for the sake of freedom and justice and the future that we all know we can build together. Look, many of you know I started out as a prosecutor, and throughout my career, I saw people at some of the worst times in their lives. People who had suffered great harm and great pain, and yet found within themselves the strength and the courage and the resolve to take the stand, to take a stand, to fight for justice, to fight for themselves, to fight for others. So let their courage be our inspiration. Let their determination be our charge. And I'll close with this. There's an adage an historian once called a law of history, true of every society across the ages. The adage is, only when it is dark enough can you see the stars. I know many people feel like we are entering a dark time, but for the benefit of us all, I hope that is not the case. But here's the thing, America, if it is, let us fill the sky with the light of a brilliant, brilliant billion of stars.
So you want to fight, and then burn shit down?
The light of optimism, of faith, of truth, and service. HU. And may that work guide us, even in the face of setbacks, toward the extraordinary promise of the United States of America. I thank you all. May God bless you, and may God bless the United States of America. I thank you all.
She's like, peace, I'm out. Don't hit her, Doug, don't hit her. It's not her fault she didn't win. What a terrible speech there. Hopefully we don't ever have to hear any of those ever again. Oh my gosh. That was the longest I lost speech ever. At least she actually showed up this time. Oh, these guys pretending to be Secret Service. They're actually going to take turns, but, you know, never mind. We're not going to cover that part. What are they looking for? Nobody cares about Hyena Harris. You guys are alright. More people walking the catwalk. Oh, they got a little crowd there. I wonder how much tax dollars it costs to get all those people there. Look at them all looking at each other. They're like, so what are we supposed to do now? They're like, I don't know. They didn't tell us yet. Just wait for it to come over the walkie-talkie. They got the hairy balls hats on. Losers! It's a loser convention. I swear the people that are running the White House live don't know what they're doing. Like, what are they even showing here? Normally when press briefings happen or Old Man Walter speaks or something, they normally do a blue screen and then they turn it on when they talk, when the action's going on, and then as soon as they run away, they blue screen it. But whoever's running that live at the White House, it's their first day apparently. Or she don't get the special treatment because she isn't worth it. I don't know. It's all representation of the White House at that point, so I don't know. Well, hooligans, we're going to get into our funny videos of the day here after we just witnessed that mess. That was the longest speech of nothing ever. I wonder how many times she said fight. She said fight like 40 times. Easily. 40 times. She's like, I know that we lost and you're really mad, but we need to get to work. Like, that's how she was acting. It's like, I don't know. And then she acts like America's disappointed. The majority voted for President Trump. Like, I don't think she understands that. She's like, I know you're upset. Not the majority of us were not. We're thankful you didn't win, you trash bag. Like, you know, I don't. Somebody needs to sit down and have a chat with her. Make her understand how things go. We're going to get into these funny videos here. We got 2 of them. The first one's titled, Take That, Border Crosser. And I'm not going to tell you what the next one is because I already told you. And it's gonna be good. It's gonna be good. Now, before we get into this, I want to remind you guys really quick. If you would like to support the live to keep us running, you're welcome to use that Linktree link in the description in order to make donations. You can do that by using PayPal, Cash App, Stripe, Locals, Buy Me a Coffee, or you can even send crypto. Like I said, this first one here is titled Take That, Border Crosser. It's good stuff. Yes, all this damn pop-up stuff. All right. Once again, hooligans, this is titled, and this is our funny video of the day. It's the first one. This is titled, Take That, Border Crosser. The Eagles have had enough. Okay, nobody's doing anything about the border crossers. They're trying to eat the damn Eagles. The Eagles like, take that, border crosser. All right, this is our official funny video of the day. Let me get this pulled up really quick. And it's a good one. This is a good one. It's so appropriate right after that terrible speech there. This is titled, You're Fired.
Worst vice president, you're the worst border czar. There's never been anybody bad like you. Kamala, you're fired. Get the hell out of here. Get out of here. Worst vice president.
Hell yeah. You're fired. Well, hooligans, that is all the coffee I had for you guys today. It is really crazy that we don't have a Trump rally later on today. I'm so used to that. Pretty soon we'll have Trump meetings at the White House, though, and it's going to be awesome. He'll still do some sort of event. We did rallies when he was president, so, you know, they were saying, oh, it's the last rally, but we'll still see President Trump live. It's very weird to not have a Trump rally later, though. Either way, we're going to read through the chat really quick, see what you hooligans think about today's coffee. I'm going to drop this Linktree link, and then we're going to do the Pledge of Allegiance and wrap things up. But we will be live again tomorrow, 1 p.m. Eastern Time, for the very next Coffee with Hooligans. Let me drop this Linktree link to you guys really quick, and we're going to read through the chat. Going through the Linktree, all of my links are listed. So if you would like to make donations, join membership programs, or purchase any merch, I would really appreciate it. All of you guys' contributions keep us running every day except for Sunday, because we got to have a day to recharge those batteries. Definitely go join Discord. Discord is our free hooligan community. It's the best way to be notified every single time we go live. The hooligans are keeping the conversation going 24/7. We have 2 news boards to keep you up to date with everything going on around the world. So definitely go join Discord. If you're feeling real saucy, go join jeffmaclive.com. Over on the website, it is the best way to experience the live. Our built-in chat has more ability than any other platform. You can post memes and GIFs and links and custom emojis and all kinds of stuff right there in the chat while watching the live. You'll also have access to Hooligans Alley, which is our private social media area. It's kind of like Twitter. There's no crying liberals. There's no fact checkers. There's no censorship or dumb shit or anything like that. It's the way that social media is supposed to be. You'll also have access to the forums. You'll have access to the arcade, which is a lot of fun. And you'll also have access to our advanced messaging system, where we all gather Fridays, 6 p.m. Eastern Time, for our voice chat, which is a lot of fun. Using the advanced messaging system, you will have access to all of our group chats, and it gives you the ability to text each other, call each other, video call each other, group texting, group calling, and group video calling, and more. There's a ton of stuff over on the website, and I'm constantly working on it, making it the place to be. So definitely go get yourself a membership for jeffmaclive.com. We're going to read through the chats really quick. Like I said, we got the Pledge of Allegiance coming up, and we're wrapping this up. But we will be live again tomorrow, 1 p.m. Eastern Time, with Coffee with Hooligans. And I'm going to keep my eye out for some action from the Democrats, because, like we were saying earlier, on our way to Inauguration Day, we're going to see Democrats get more and more pissed off about the way things are going. And I assume we're going to see some civil unrest to some degree. I don't think it's going to be like 2020, like everybody keeps wondering. But I think we're going to see some upset Democrats in the future, if not today. Just reading through. Thank you, Breeze Bayou. Appreciate you being here. Thank you, Russell. Get some sleep and eat. I'm going to try to get some. Alistair, got to figure out the AI video craft. You're awesome at doing this stuff. I can't believe those images you're making. It looks just like me. So look, she's Trash Bandicoot. She is. High in the hair, stanking up the White House. I don't know how they're going to get that smell out of there before President Trump gets there. Thank you, Pumpkin. Thank you, Appeal to Heaven. Dutton, I'm on cloud 9. Last night had me strutting like a peacock. Me too, Dutton. Me too. Got her America back. Happy Freedom, you Hill. Thank you, Too Old to Care. Appreciate you being with us. Happy Freedom, Enchanted Girl. A little late. You're a little late, but I appreciate you sliding through. Thank you for being here, Proud American, and happy freedom to you. Thank you, Jay Tyler. Appreciate you being here with us. And happy freedom to you, Red Zod. Thank you for being here. Betsy, Trump press briefings. Yeah, it's going to be awesome. It's going to be so awesome. I can't wait. Can't wait. Hey, thank you for being here, Irish. Appreciate you, Spicy Peach. Thank you for being here. Thank you, Keith. Thank you, Viola. What is going on with the YouTube chat? Did I get banned on YouTube? Just pissing everybody off today. I don't even know what I did. What's up, Hooligans Island? Thank you for being here. South Central downloading Brave right now. I like it. I like the Brave browser. It's got the built-in ad blocker, and it doesn't store as much data. Now, you can go in and change your settings and stuff, but it doesn't store as much data. So if you have cyber criminals somehow access your stuff, there's less of a chance of them actually retrieving data from you. But yeah, I like the Brave browser. And you do get the little AI search thing, which is kind of useful sometimes. Show you really quick. And I think other search engines do this too, but on Brave browser, like I typed in, what is a dog? And of course you get the search results here. But you can click this little check mark here. Mine does it automatically. But you could go by search or click the check mark. If you click the check mark, you just get an AI response. And sometimes that's convenient. But in this instance, you get to see both. You can see the links for the pages, or you can see the AI response. But you get both. You're not just limited to whatever the AI says. But on top of that, you get that other security stuff. You get the built-in ad blocker, which is really cool if you watch southpark.com or if you watch tubi.tv, where normally you got to watch ads, but everything's free. You don't have to watch ads. And so it's nice. Eventually, they're going to fix this because I keep doing so much promotion for it. But I like Brave browser, and there's a ton of hooligans over on the website that use it as well. Guess her losing gave me an insurrection. I'm so happy. That's right, guess you don't need the little blue pills with Hyena Harris losing like that. Cassie J, so that's who taught Camilla something. I don't know. I can't imagine it's that good, but she did become vice president by using that mouth of hers. So, I mean, I don't know. Jay Tyler, you need to make him homemade tacos. Yes, you're right. That's... But I haven't had Taco Bell in a while. I need to re-up on some of that Diable. I only got 2 freezer bags full of Diable sauce right now. I'm working on that 3rd freezer bag, and it's not going to happen if I don't go in there and raid the Diable at Taco Bell. Cody, I won't forget about the celebs so full of demon shit. Yeah, you're right. You're right. Remember everybody that had a Harris sign in the yard. Remember everybody that was shouting out for Harris, all those celebrities and stuff, because chances are they're on the Diddy list. You know? Space Baby use Brave browser. Sometimes it gets a little frustrating. Some websites don't like the Brave browser, but it's because you got all that security blocking stuff in it. And some websites are really trying to track your data and all of that. So every once in a while you'll run into some issues. Usually you can solve it by turning off the ad blocker or whatever, but for the most part I like Brave browser. The only thing that annoys me about Brave browser is if you want to know when a local store is going to close. So like if you want to know when the gas station closes, I have a better outcome using like Mozilla or something like that, where you're going to get more generalized answers. Whereas on Brave, they're going to ask you if you're trying to go to the website, what you're looking for, things like that. It's more difficult to figure out when a local store is closing. You can use a mainstream browser for that, but Brave browser is good for everything else. Got some Taco Bell for me for celebration. I think so too. I think I'm gonna do the same thing. Get some. Just making sure we don't miss anybody. What's up, Cheeky Chops? Happy Freedom. All right, hooligans. This is the time once again. We're gonna do this Pledge of Allegiance, and we'll be wrapping this up. Click all the wrong buttons really quick. Okay. Glad we got that out of the way. All right, hooligans, please join me for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All right, we did the thing. Had a little tremolo there going on, but that's all right. That's all right. Read through one last time just to make sure no hooligans are left behind. But like I said, we're wrapping this up, and we'll be live again tomorrow, 1 p.m. Eastern time for Coffee with Hooligans. Make sure you're a part of the communities, whether you're a part of Discord or Telegram or jeffmaclive.com. That way, if you see any Democrats crying in the streets, you can let me know, and we'll put it on the live. Bobby, you crack me up. Holy. Jeb, may God guide our president. Absolutely, Jeb. May God protect President Trump. Because if you think the Democrats are just mad, they were shooting at him before he was president-elect. So, I pray that God protects President Trump. Appreciate you being here, Nana. Thank you, Space Baby. Appreciate you, MU. Payne, man, the Harris fans leave a mess. Patriots don't do that. Yeah, I saw that. The grounds from last night where Harris was supposed to speak and everybody was dragging their heels leaving. They left a bunch of trash there, but, trashy people do trashy things. Appreciate you, Matthew. Thank you for being here with us. Thank you, JT3. Thank you, Giggling Spy. Alistair, the golden age of America. Stay tuned. Absolutely. Appreciate you, CJ. Hooligans Island, yes, and Vance, absolutely. President Trump and JD Vance. Thank you for being here. Tony Rich, appreciate you. All right, I think we're good to go, hooligans. Like I said a million times, we will be live again tomorrow, 1 p.m. Eastern time for Coffee with Hooligans. Hold on a second. I think I got a shout out. I do got a shout out, but I didn't see him. If you guys see Sibo, let him know that I shouted him out. Huge shout out to you, Sibo. Thank you so much for the PayPal. I really appreciate all the support. See, almost forgot it. All right, we're all good, hooligans. We're wrapping this up. If I don't see you later tonight for some riots, it's not expected, but you never know. I will see you tomorrow for Coffee with Hooligans, 1 p.m. Eastern time. It's going to be a good one. We're going to get some more Democrats crying. Huge shout out to everyone that made donations, joined the membership programs, or purchased any merch. I really appreciate all of you hooligans, and I wouldn't be able to do any of this if it wasn't for you. So thank you so much for all your support, and I'll see you on the next live. Until then, stand tall, shine bright, and that's a wrap.